just like last year, you can't take a shift off.
Hershey has home ice advantage this time around. However,
Coachella's sitting there in our city. They're rested. It'll be a great test for us.
It's Game 1 of the Calder Cup Finals, tonight from Chocolate Town, USA. And it all starts right now on Fox 43.
They score! The Bears have done it! They are Calder Cup champions!
A busy week of playoff hockey continues at Giant Center. Fans pouring in to watch the Hershey Bears host the Coachella Valley Firebirds for Game 1 of the American Hockey League's Calder Cup Finals. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hershey Bears Playoff Hockey. I'm Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski. Less than 48 hours ago, the Bears eliminated the Cleveland Monsters in a grueling, physical 7-game series that needed overtime in all 4 games in this building. Now they move ahead to the Calder Cup Finals to face a highly motivated and very talented Coachella Valley Firebird squad. Let's send it to the guys calling tonight's action. It's the voice of the Bears, Zach Fish, and former Bears captain, Garrett Mitchell.
Thank you very much, Todd. The fans filing in and a lot of anticipation for this one. Less than 48 hours ago, Garrett, the Bears were playing in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. A dramatic game, a dramatic series that went to overtime. The Firebirds are fresh. They haven't played since last Saturday. Going to be interesting to see how that plays out in a rematch of last year's finals.
Yeah, you know what, Zach? It's one of those things right now. You either have the benefit of taking a few days off and having that rest. The Bears have the benefit of being in meaningful games, playing in a Game 7, understanding what it takes to win a hockey game. So, it kind of goes both ways, and I think this sets up for a great series.
Two teams that don't like each other, dating back to the 7-game series last year, won by Hershey in overtime. Mike Vecchione was the hero then, and both teams getting reinforcements back tonight. Shane Wright expected to return to the lineup for Coachella Valley. He's been out since the Pacific Division Finals against Ontario with a lower body injury, while Ethan Frank is back for Hershey as well. 2 elite goal scorers in the lineup and 2 talented prospects.
Yeah, 100%. When you can add a guy like, either one of those guys into your lineup, it makes a huge difference. And, those are guys that when you put into the lineup, they make an impact right away. So, with each team getting one, let's call it a wash, and, it sets up for a lot of fun hockey here.
Right, the former 4th overall draft pick of the Kraken, Ethan Frank, an undrafted free agent, the AHL's fastest skater and a 2-time All-Star in his 2 years pro. So we look at our window of opportunity, sponsored by West Shore Home, bringing happiness to every home. And for the Hershey Bears here today, you talked about embracing the grind. They also want to set a physical tone, and they know the first period is going to be key. Coachella's outscoring their opponents 21-6 in the first period. I think we're going to see a lot early from this one.
Yeah, you are, and that's just, something that's going to be a great test for the Bears. They've come out, there's been times that they've come out through this playoff series where they're a little bit slow. So, they got to be ready. We've seen what Coachella can do, and, the Bears have to be on top of it.
Chris Drieger getting the start in goal for the Kraken affiliate. Meanwhile, Hunter Shepard in net for the affiliate of the Washington Capitals. He'll tend the goal for Hershey here tonight. We're looking forward to this one. Game 1 coming up. For now, let's send it back to Fox 43's Todd Sadowski.
Thanks, guys. Another patchwork.
Days without hockey can be hard.
Whoops. Oh, man.
You need to find something to do outside of this house.
No, I just need a deed.
Hadid Carpet is the one to trust for cleaning and restoration of your treasured Oriental rugs and for superior wall-to-wall steam cleaning in your...
You need to find something to do outside of this house.
No, I just need a deed. For fighting?
You turn on like lightning and spark up a fire. When you do you, keep something on.
5 minutes for fighting?
Experts in harnessing technological innovations to improve financial stewardship. As a veteran-owned small business, we are powered by our core values of service to others, leadership, diversity. Experts in harnessing technological innovations to improve financial stewardship. As a veteran-owned small business, we are powered by our core values of service to others, leadership, diversity, dependability, integrity, and grit for the welfare, defense, and security of our nation. Visit us at BlakeWilsonGroup.com.
This bakery needs new equipment fast to keep up with demand. So they're going to On Deck, the online lender that makes it easy to choose your loan and, if approved, get funds as soon as the same day. Your loan is on deck.
The home of your favorite teams in the DMV. Capitals, Wizards, Mystics. The game's on. Monumental Sports Network.
The first period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Members First Federal Credit Union.
Here we go again. A rivalry renewed. The Calder Cup is one series. It weighs 25 pounds. Feels like a feather when you lift it over your head. Hershey making its 71st appearance in the Calder Cup playoffs, the 25th appearance in the Calder Cup final. Coachella Valley knows nothing but the final. 2 seasons of the Calder Cup final. Coachella Valley knows nothing but the final. 2 seasons of existence, 2 trips for the AHL's crown jewel. Welcome to the Calder Cup finals. However you're watching or listening, we appreciate you being with us, including those watching around North America on the NHL Network. This is our Fox 43 production of AHL hockey in the Hershey Bears and the Coachella Valley Firebirds from Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Puck drop of Game 1 is moments away. For the national anthem, we'll send it to PA announcer Jared Ronski for the introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad. Please direct your attention to the Olympia Tunnel and sing along with Amy Lambert as we sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang away, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Amy Lambert with a Star-Spangled Banner at Giant Center tonight. Not a seat available. The fans have packed the rafters to cheer on their Hershey Bears, the oldest and most historic team in the American Hockey League, against a team looking for their first championship and looking to avenge last year's loss to the Bears, who won their 12th Calder Cup. Hunter Shepard played them all in last year's playoffs. He played them all in this year's playoffs. 10-4 with a .216 goals against average, a 92% save percentage, 42 saves 2 nights ago in the Game 7 win against Cleveland. Chris Drieger, NHL experience, previously in the Panthers organization, supposed to be one of the Kraken's guys. Injuries derailed him, working his way back with Coachella Valley. He's had an exceptional playoffs, won them all so far for the Firebirds. Officials working game 1 of the finals. Bo Halkidis, number 48, and Justin Kean, number 44. Brandon Grillo, number 79, and Mitchell Hunt, number 62 on the lines. Opening face-off, game 1, the Calder Cup finals are underway. A rematch of last year's epic 7-game thriller. It's the Bears and the Coachella Valley Firebirds from Chocolatetown. Henrik Rubinski and the Bears' fourth line get the start left to right. The offensive zone, Riley Sutter scored his overtime winning goal against the Firebirds in game 3 last year. Knocks the puck away and it comes loose. And the Bears have it in center ice. Sutter to Bogdan Tringaev, who knocks it in. Loud crowd in the early moments. Zach Fish alongside Karen Mitchell. Todd Sadowski is ice side, bringing you the call tonight. Devin Shore brings the puck to center. He'll walk in towards Shepard and shoot the first save of the game. Then Riker Evans went off his foot and into the net, and the Bears have the 1-0 lead. They are off and running here in the Calder Cup Finals. It's the 9th time of the playoffs. The Bears have scored first. They're 7-1 in those games, and it's a good thing too. They got the first goal. Coachella Valley outscoring their opponents 21-6 in the first period, and a perfect 7-0 when they get the icebreaker. Gotta be lucky to be good. Hershey will take it as the puck goes up and out of play. And it seemed like, Garrett, in that Cleveland series, the Bears were looking for a bounce like that. Yeah. All in all, they never got any, and now early, right away they'll take it.
Yeah, 100% they were, Zach. And, you look through these, through this run so far, I don't know if I've seen one so far, go in like that for the Bears and, fortunate bounce. But, the start that the Bears had right now is huge. And, they've played down there. They've been able to, break up transition, go down and play north-south hockey. And that's, that's the identity of this team right now.
Vecchione on the face-off win to Logan Day. Left point shot from Asifov got blocked. Knocked away, broke his stick. He'll have to hurry back on Luke Henman. Throws a hit with the shot on net, denied by Shepard. The rebound pushed wide. Another opportunity. Shepard falling over. What did that hit? It won't go. Centered again to Henman. He misses it. That scramble in front. And the Bears survived that threat. Just barely. Brought back in along the left wing. A shot from Melanson. Snapped up by Shepard, and he will hold it a goal line stand. And the bad blood. Couple new guys involved. Garrett Rowe and Jacob Melanson did not play in the finals last year. They get the gloves up early, and we got to get a replay on what happened there, because somehow, some way, Hunter Shepard and company keep that puck out.
Yeah, and it starts with a broken stick there. Osipov's stick ends up blowing up, and there's a battle in front of the net there with Daisy and one of the Coachella Valley forwards there, and ends up kind of going into Hunter Shepard. Thankfully he's able to get something on it, whether it's a leg or an arm.
Might have hit the skate of Day in front of the goal as well. Not sure, tough to tell from a couple of those different angles. Get some real good looks at it. Bears lead 1-0. Snively with the goal from Frank and LaPierre. So Ethan Frank back in the lineup, contributing in the first 2 minutes of the game. Snively's goal came at 1:15. Hershey with the puck, captain Dylan McElrath, who led the Bears to their 12th Calder Cup last year. Gets the puck to Frank at center. He'll pick it up and tap it in. Frank gets it back of the goal, looks to center it, out in the left corner, knocks it back to the blue line. Marty Habanaktel with it for Hershey. Hands off to McElrath, wrist shot deflected up in the air, and that hit the safety net. And they will finally blow it dead. Everyone had lost sight of it And the whistle will go with 17:26 to go in the first period. Just joining us, he missed a goal early. Banking in off the skate of Riker Evans. Joe Snively gets credit to put Hershey up 1-0.
Yeah, and you know what, Zach, you talk about the start here, and obviously, you know, the way that Coachella's been able to score in the first period, but, you know, I think a lot of that comes back to not playing. You know, the Bears come right off. They played Wednesday in a Game 7. You know, they're ready. They've been playing meaningful hockey, and you know, Coachella's been sitting here practicing, and being able to practice and playing in a game, you know, meaningful games are two different things.
Chris Drieger gets the start goal. He was the backup in the Calder Cup Finals last year to Joey DeCorn. He'll face Chase Prisky's wrist shot here and make his first save, reaching across his body with the glove. Drieger's first appearance in Hershey against the Bears since he was a member of the Springfield Thunderbirds back on March 13, 2019. A 5-3 loss for Drieger in that game. He surrendered 4 goals on 30 shots. He came up initially through the Senators organization, found success in Florida, even got into some Stanley Cup playoff games, and picked up in the expansion draft by the Kraken. Rubinski with it behind the net. He'll look to wrap it out front. Hershey's fourth line looking to do some damage, leading 1-0. Sutter back of the goal, looking for his first goal of the postseason. Trying to feed to the point, broken up. John Hayden took it away. One of the 9 skaters in Coachella Valley's lineup that played in the finals last year. Up to the middle of the ice, off the stick of Devon Shore. Jake Massey will take away. Trinier blew an edge and fell down. Bears can't get it out, but an opportunity for Chase Prisky to gun it to center. Hershey left to right at the red line. Shore on the takeaway. He'll knock it cross rink. And fired back in. Shore, 443 games in the National Hockey League. He'll feed to the middle for Hayden. 7 goals, paces Coachella Valley in the postseason. Out of left corner around Messi. His shot got knocked down. To the right point, a slap shot to Shepard. Little friendly fire. That hit Marion Studenich in front. Out-of-Bindon let it go and hit his own man. See the Firebirds right after giving up the early goal, threatening right away. Unable to get anything through to Shepard on that last outing. It's Jimmy Huntington at center, flexing it in. Knocked down with a stick of Drieger to the corner. Behind the goal, Gustav Olofsson looking to knock it free for the Firebirds. Tugged loose by Alex Limoges, taken away from him. And Cale Fleury will look to break to center. Fleury did not play in the series last year. He was up in the NHL all season. Offside called on Coachella Valley with 15:57 to go here in period 1. Game 1 of the Calder Cup Finals just underway with the Bears ahead by a single strike.
Being able to watch Zach early on in this you know, first period so far, 5 minutes in, but you know, you've seen the Bears forecheck, and that's been something that you know, we've talked about here on air before, you know, coming through the playoffs, is when they're able to get in on the forecheck and they look connected, you know, that forecheck works, and that's one of their strengths of this team, is getting in on the forecheck, making the opponents turn the puck over and really going to work.
Dmitry Osipov will wiggle away to center. Fresh stick after breaking his on his first shift of the playoffs. Dump in Drieger to play it. Pressured by Miros Stachenko. Roll through it in front. Oh, Drieger tardy to get back. Nearly banked it off his foot. Way behind the net. Miros Stachenko escapes and centers. That bounces around. Osipov left side boards. Bears threatening. Dmitry Osipov to Ivan Miros Stachenko. Vecchione, top side to row. Wrist shot deflected. Drieger the save out to the top of the crease. Miros Stachenko with the tip. And the third line back together with Ethan Frank returning, re-elevated the top line. Miros Stachenko joins Vecchione and Rowe. And they do a good job in the offensive zone.
Yeah, especially just getting net front. You know, that's a big battle that they want to win here tonight, is that net front battle. And, you know, it's a great job by Miro to get in front of that puck. And, you know, that's something that he's been really trying to work on, is, you know, finishing that battle, you know, finishing front. And that's where you're going to end up scoring from.
Face off to the right of Drieger. So last year, of course, games 1 and 2 were on the road, right? But the Bears did not strike in games 1 and 2. They got shut out in both those games. So to get one really early against these guys, even though the series is different, it's a new year. I'll just give you that little early jump. Puck shot in behind the net with Shepard playing along the left wing. Chase Prisky throws a check on the boards. Hershey's leading point getter on the back end. Snively comes in to take the puck. Bill Snively at center, rims it in off the boards behind the goal. Frankfurt is on it. Backhands it to Snively, right corner. Trying to go to the point, but cutting across is Cameron Hughes. He'll dump it in wide of Shepard for a retrieval. And on offense, Coachella Valley. Firebirds behind the Bears net. 5 minutes, 10 seconds gone. First period. LaPierre digs it out to Snively to center. Bears looking good in transition so far. Prisky brings over the blue line. Left wing to Snively, who shoots high and wide. The glove of Drieger. And the trigger pull from the left circle. Up ice Coachella the other way. Right to left over the blue line. Sticked out from behind. Great defensive play. LaPierre stole it from Logan Morrison. Got it to center. Got belts in the boards. Bears nearly create a steal. Triniev loses his stick. And to center ice, the Firebirds have it. With two-time Calder Cup champion Andrew Podorowski. He'll dance in along the left wing. Belted to the boards. Dylan McElrath. Rivalry renewed right there. Re-welcomes Podorowski back to Hershey. He's a great player, and McElrath one as well. Two good veterans meet up. The heavy hit in the boards. McCormick, the captain, tips it in over the blue line. McElrath on the takeaway, pushes it behind his own net with 6 gone. First period, 1-0 Bears. Triniev from the red line will tip it in behind the net. Drieger to play it on the backhand to Otavainen on the far boards with Hershey changing. This line was fantastic in Game 7 victory. It's Alex Limoges over the blue line right wing. Huntington drives the net. They hit Dubé, got hooked in the first penalty of the game. Will go to the Firebirds. The Bears to the power play. When we return, a slashing minor. A fortunate bounce for Hershey. Hunter Shepard dialed in. And a bank shot off Evans. Bears to the power play after this. You're tuned into the 2024 Calder Cup Finals.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy, is like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the best-in-class fuel economy and lets me know it's recommended by Consumer Reports. When Dave says, "These cars are going fast," I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Now get a low $269 per month lease on Rogue, one of 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
I'll see y'all.
Got some batteries and 2 flashlights.
What's up, champ?
Flashlights, cool.
I feel like you get taller every time I see you.
The home of your favorite teams in the DMV. Capitals, Wizards, Mystics. The game's on. Monumental Sports Network.
Here in the Calder Cup playoffs, 24%. And they win the draw with Pierre Dubé and a power play goal in Game 7. The Bears center it across. Frank was there. Limoges missed him. And Snively missed to the point. Look out. A break up ice, short-handed. All alone. Shepard can't get it. They score. A short-handed goal for John Hayden. He walks in and snaps a shot low past the right pad of Shepard. His 8th goal of the playoffs. And we're tied at 1 just like that.
Yeah, Zach, Hayden ends up trying to go, he tries to go glove side, ends up going off the heel, and he ends up kind of floating it. I guarantee you he's not trying to shoot there, ends up going there, but at the same time, it finds a way past Hunter Shepard.
John Hayden gets the goal. He is the leading scorer for Coachella Valley in the goal-scoring department. Hayden had a goal last year versus Hershey in the postseason. That's Coachella Valley's 3rd shorthanded goal. And we're tied at 1 here in Game 1. Well, it looked like it could have been a 2-0 lead for Hershey. Mistake the other way. Snively missed at the point. Now they'll go back to work looking for an immediate response. Off here to Snively. Hayden unassisted on the goal to tie this game. Frank with the left side half boards. Gets the punt behind the net. Limoges sends it up top. Snively. We know wants redemption. Frank to the goal line. Limoges cuts out front. He tried to pass it to the net front. Knocked away from him. Not a good clear there. Kept in. Olesen backhanded right to the line. Center slop here with it. Center point Snipely. Walking in. The lop here right down. Bumper spot. Dubé, and a save by Drieger. No rebound. Down to the butterfly, and he will hold on and make the save. Chris Drieger with a quality stop.
Yeah, it's a great little jump there by Dubé. He's able to find that soft spot, just off the hip pocket of Coachella's high forward there. And, really it's a great spot. Alex Lemos just off the side of the net there on Drieger, and Drieger's able to suck it up there.
Second power play unit out, taken off the draw by Coachella Valley. A speedy team to center ice. Marion Student-Each, he walks in and snaps a shot wide of the goal. Band on it, Garrett Rowe to pick it up. Student-Each coming over and joining the Kraken organization this past year, originally with the Devils. Spent the last couple of years in Dallas, spending time with their American League team in Texas. Prisky to center. Picks up the puck along the left wing. Rowe will smash it in around the base of the boards. Mike Vecchione first on it. Puts it wide to the left side. Rowe with it, sidesteps the check, then got held a little bit, trying to dig it free. In his way was Student-Each. Bears come up with a puck. Huntington lost control of it, but Prisky has it. Slaps to the left side off the stick to Vecchione. Bottom of the far face-off circle. On the half boards. Mishandled that. Firebirds really putting a lot of pressure on the Bears. Much different than what we saw with the Cleveland team. And they did a good job pressuring the Bears, creating turnovers. They wind up with a shorthanded goal out of it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Zach, it's a very different penalty kill than what we saw against Cleveland, where they really sit back and allow you to kind of have the space. Where here it's high pressure.
Centering pass, Suravinsky, power plays over. His shot got blocked in Coachella Valley. 3-on-3 up ice. Over the blue line on the left wing, brought in offensively by the former Bear Connor Carrick. He lost it, and Riley Sutter up ice, charging into Coachella territory. Bogdan Tregeyev right wing, a low shot to Drieger, makes the save down to the butterfly. Spit out the rebound, taken back by the visitors to center with Schorl on the right wing. Carrick to the net, Shepard will stick it aside and reverse behind the goal to Hershey's Hardy Hamanaktel. The defenseman in his first year over from Sweden. Hits the center red and drives it in. 11 minutes left of the first period. 1-1 our score. Hershey right away on the first shot of the game for the Bears. Coachella Valley shorthanded has tied the affair. Massey up the near boards, couldn't get it out, kept in behind the net, looking to center. Luke Henman knocked away from him. And the Bears putting the puck behind their own net. Top side for Olofsson. This pass well off the mark. Comes back to center as Cale Fleury will have to go back for it. Top line over the boards for head coach Todd Nelson. They've looked dangerous every shift so far, nearly halfway through the first period. Flop here up the middle, knocked away from him and picked up by Jake Massey. On a stick handle out of a crowd, he couldn't get it out. But luckily for him, Osipov is there. And the Bears defenseman will ragtag it to center. Osipov has more experience than some of the new guys on the roster as he throws a hit as the whistle goes. Played 7 games last year against Coachella Valley with San Diego. Throws a hit on Shane Wright. Cooler heads will prevail. Everyone will be separated. First check-in down ice level. A lot going on here in the first 10 minutes. Check in with Todd Sadowski.
Feels like we were just here, guys, because we were 2 nights ago, but it also feels strange to see these 2 uniforms out on the ice together because it feels like the finals just happened as well. And Hendrix Lapierre, of course, a veteran, a Calder Cup champ, and he's tied for first in league playoff scoring, 15 points, 4 goals, 11 assists, leads all playoff performers in assists, and power play assists with 7 and power play points, 8. The sophomore pro has been held to 1 goal in last year's Calder Cup finals. It was against Coachella Valley, and it was a big one in Game 7.
For the tying goal for Hershey in Game 7. Bears bring the puck over the blue line. It would have been a hand pass, so Lemos can't touch it. It comes back out to center. Halfway home here in period number 1. 1-1 our score. The Bears' point start is neutralized by the Coachella Valley tying goal shorthanded. Osipov throws a hit, but the puck comes back to center. Huntington in his own blue line quickly ups it. Lemos passes it to himself. Down the right wing, pulls up right boards, hits the trailer. Huntington, stick handles to the net, lost it. Lemos will get it back, he wins the battle. Right boards Huntington, activating Hamanaktel, he shoots a big save, sliding over. Drieger got a shoulder on it, pushing to his right. Hamanaktel was there, could see it formulate from up high from our vantage point, and a good save by Drieger.
What a pass there over by Hardy, or to Hardy, I should say. That's just allowing their top guy to roll through. That's what creates that seam, and Coachella's looking over the shoulder and able to find that backside for Hardy.
Nice response from the Bears after giving up the tying goal with a couple good looks on Drieger. Big goaltender, moves well in the net. Some injury issues over the last couple of years that kept him out. Drieger 192 games in the American Hockey League. Look at that save. Huntington Good pass, better save by the veteran netminder. Face-off taken by the Bears to Prinsky at the right point. Up high, Trinier wheels it left side. Massey falling down, fans on the shot. That looked good. Massey caught an edge. Unfortunately, couldn't get the puck to the goal for Hershey's side of things. Todd Nelson's squad will spin on back behind the goal. Prinsky with it. He played with a lot of these guys in Coachella Valley, including Coach Dan Bilesma. Over the blue line. Rubinski's in. He shoots. Saved by Drieger. And he will hold it and hang on. Quick rush for Henrik Rubinski. Drieger with the stop. We're tied at 1 here in Game 1. John Hayden with a short-handed goal. The fans into it at Giant Center, but Hayden quiets them. You're tuned into the 2024 Calder Cup Final.
Welcome to College Signing Day.
The vibe today is electric.
Going to college has always been a dream of mine since I was a kid. I just want to be a person to impact my community or the world.
Please welcome to the stage, Michelle Obama!
Wow!
Watch Rise and Strive, June 20th at 7 p.m., only on Monumental Sports Network.
Let's ride together.
So I can bring any car to Oarsman Ford Lincoln and they'll buy it?
That's what they just said on TV.
Doesn't matter what year, make, or model.
No.
And I can get Kelley Blue Book for it?
More, 125%.
And if I buy a new car, I'll get their buyer's edge with $1,500 in bonus extras?
Yes.
I find that very hard to believe.
Ugh.
And don't forget at Oarsman, we'll buy any car. Oarsman Ford Lincoln. Let's ride together.
DC is my home. I was born here, later moved to Maryland, and worked in Virginia with my dad. Some think the DMV is only about government, but we're more than that. We gather at block parties, community centers, and basketball games. From Chinatown to Old Town, from Columbia Heights to District Heights, the law firm Greenberg & Betterman has been part of the DC region for over 35 years, gratefully serving our neighbors and friends. Greenberg & Betterman, contact us, feel better.
The home of your favorite teams in the DMV. Capitals, Wizards, Mystics. The game's on. Monumental Sports Network.
1-1 here in the first period at Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania. This building opened in 2002, replacing historic Hershey Park Arena. Home of the Bears since the late 1930s. Came in the AHL in 1938. For their 13th championship. Zach Fish, Garrett Mitchell, Todd Sadowski with you, along with producer Ed Albert. Our thanks to Great Save Productions for bringing the broadcast feed. As Rubinski at center floating around. Puck comes free to him again off the stick of Riley Sutter of the Firebirds half. Coachella Valley, the affiliate of the Seattle Kraken. And Bilesma, their head coach, he'll take over the Kraken next season, finishing out his year in Coachella Valley. Puck down the ice for a whistle with 8:22 to go in the first period. Todd Nelson on the other side. His team won Game 7 last year against Bilesma. He's had Dan Bilesma's number over the year as a coach, as a player. He was quick to point out this morning, it's not about the coaches, it's about the teams. And there's a lot of bad blood last year between these two as they renew the rivalry tonight.
Yeah, and you can already see it, Zach, just the physicality in this game, compared to the last game there, or last series, I should say, against Cleveland. It's intense, right? It's going to be a big game here tonight, a heavy game, and expect a lot of it.
Logan Day had a goal and an assist in Game 7. It's the puck right wing to Vecchione. His shot blocked. Mirosnichenko now with the trigger pull deflected up and out of play. Ivan Mirosnichenko with the look. The 20-year-old who was selected 20th overall for the Capitals in the 2022 draft. 10 points here in the playoffs, including 6 goals. 21 games in the National Hockey League. He's on the cusp of being a full-time NHLer. This experience huge for prospects like him.
Well, that's exactly why you bring all these guys in. You look at the scratches. There's 8, 9, 10 guys that are being held out every night. But just the wealth of knowledge you're able to have, going through a run like this is huge.
Firebirds get the puck to center ice off the skates of Max McCormick. Knocked away back to McElrath, and the Bears have it to neutral ice, where Mirosnichenko tips it ahead. Connor Carrick plays it across. One of the new additions to this roster for Coachella Valley this season. McCormick, good centering pass, shot to the goal wide, looking for the tip from Cole Lynn, cruising around in front. Free along the near boards by the Bears. They come up with it. Vecchione to center. Mirostichenko leads to Garrett Rome. Vecchione on the right wing, trying to thread the needle across. It got blocked, but kept in by Mirostichenko. Room on the right boards. Taps a wrist shot, fought off by Drieger. Juicy rebound left in front. Bears recover it, go to the blue line. Dmitry Osipov with a wrist shot wide of the goal and a seeing eye shot. And Osipov shoots it very hard. Don't always know where it's going from the big man on the back end. Looks a lot of zip on it. LaPierre on a steal over the blue line. Re-engages for Hershey. Trying to put the Bears in front. Henrik LaPierre, Hershey's leading point getter, and the leading scorer in the Calder Cup playoffs now. 7 minutes left of the first. He lost it, dumped back in with the Firebirds. Behind the Bears net, Hershey in defensive territory with Logan Dang. Can't get the puck. It comes loose to Shore in the slot. He fans on it. Pulls it back between the circles, and his wrist shot and his own man Melanson. Firebirds take it to the corner. Centering pass to Shore on the right wing. Throws it to the blue line. D to D. Olofsson left side. His wrist shot hits a body and deflects up and out of play with 6:44 left in the first. We send it down ice level to Todd Zanowski, who's got a front row seat. To Hunter Shepard, who's made 4 saves so far.
Well, Hunter always looks good. I'm watching Ethan Frank, and he doesn't seem to have any lingering issues. He's skating well, but I'm really impressed with the defensive unit. You know, if there was a unit that could afford to go deep and have the extra depth, it's on the D line. Maybe not so much with the forwards, even though there is talent there. But they've had 9 guys working out all year long, and they're filling in tonight, guys, doing an admirable job here early on.
Face-off won by the Firebirds. They'll pick the puck up to Olofsson in the left point. Threw it to the goal. Hughes will leave it. Wrist shot caught by Shepard on the chance from Ryan Winterton. And Jimmy Huntington behind the net taking exception. Winterton with the look there, and Hunter Shepard with the glove save. A little bit of room, but Shepard saw it all the way, and he's going to stop what he sees. The AHL's goalie of the year and first-team All-Star.
Yeah, and you know what, Doc, you talk about just, you know, and Todd, they talk about the depth of defense right now. Obviously, you have a guy in Dmitry Osipov who has tons of, you know, experience, you know, obviously playing in the American Hockey League. Played 17 games this year. You're able to slide him right in and doesn't miss a beat.
1 assist in 17 games for Osipov. Much more of a regular last year for San Diego. Puck picked up to center. Eric Dubé with it. Along the left wing, Lamont. Hershey in the offensive zone, looking to go in front, tied at 1. Beneath the goal line, Lamont looking to knock that puck loose. It's dug free by the Firebirds and collected behind the net. They'll look to break ahead to center. Hughes along the left wing. Drives it over the blue line. Good passing play. It's brought into the right side. Score! Gorgeous feed to Winterton. His second of the playoffs. The rookie connects in transition. Coachella Valley has a 2-1 lead here in Game 1.
Well, we see the, you know, the ability for Coachella to be able to score on the rush, and that's something we talked about the Bears out in that first goal. You know, just being able to score on transition. That's exactly what they do. They're able to get the puck up, and you know, it's a great pass over there to him, and he's able to beat Hunter Shepard over the glove hand.
Nice passing play by the Firebirds to the right side, and Morrison sending it across to Winterton, the Markham, Ontario native, selected in the 3rd round of the Seattle Kraken in 2021. Came up, played for Dale Hunter in London with the Knights organization. 22 goals in his rookie season. He's got his second of the Calder Cup playoffs. Firebirds have grabbed a 2-1 lead after that quick start from the Bears. Talk about a team that can thrive in transition. Coachella Valley is that. Pounced for the Bears many times last year in that 7-game series. Hershey looking for a spot. Sutter over the blue line. On the right wing, the shot hit the foot of Evans. And behind the goal, Sutter's got it again, but the net is not ajar behind Drieger. With 5:37 left in the first period of play, a whistle and a face-off to come with Coachella Valley now in front. On the goal from Winterton, Morrison and Hughes picking up the helpers to put the visitors in the driver's seat.
I think you're going to see a lot of that, Zach, throughout this series is, you know, scoring off transition. And, you know, both teams obviously highly skilled, highly, you know, talented, that you're going to end up seeing a lot of guys that, you know, score off transition here.
We'll step aside here at Giant Center. Coachella Valley has grabbed a 2-1 lead. See if the Bears have a response before this period ends. You're tuned into the 2024 Calder Cup Finals.
Do you spend hours maintaining your gutters? Save that time with LeafGuard's maintenance-free system. Call 1-833-2-GUTTERS. Mesh filters sit on top of your gutters, building up debris and eventually clogging. Then they need to be cleaned too. Honestly, your home should have been built with LeafGuard gutters. LeafGuard's wraparound hood deflects debris and keeps water away from your home. The one-piece seamless system is strong, 20% thicker than average, and built to last. Plus, LeafGuard is guaranteed to never clog for as long as you own your home. Right now, get a complete LeafGuard system for only $99 down, $99 a month, and $99 installation. You'll also receive a $100 Visa gift card with a free gutter inspection and in-home estimate. Damage from clogged gutters can cost you thousands. Never worry about clogged gutters again. Don't wait, you've still got time. Call 1-833-2-GUTTERS today. That's 1-833-2-GUTTERS.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Get 1.9% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models, or get $4,000 purchase cash on this Sierra. We are professional grade GMC.
The home of your favorite teams in the DMV. Capitals, Wizards, Mystics. The game's on. Monumental Sports Network.
Coachella Valley leading Hershey 2-1 here in game number 1 of the Calder Cup Finals. The Firebirds, their first action since they took down the Milwaukee Admirals in a rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals last Saturday. So a well-rested group. They actually came here and practiced in Hershey, spent some time over at historic Hershey Park Arena, and now they waited to see who their opponent was. It was the Bears. Otherwise, game 1 tonight would have been in Palm Desert, California. They would have had to fly cross-country. They likely would have shared a plane with the Cleveland Monsters. Instead, game 1 here, where they were waiting and practicing. Winterton with the goal to put Coachella Valley ahead 2-1. Puck up the near boards. Hamid Akhtel misses the hit, and the Firebirds look to keep it in, but Hamid Akhtel will guide it to center. Popped up in the air where Henrik Rabinski taps it forward. Defended by Jimmy Schultz. There's knock it behind the net with Trineyev, the rookie forward beneath the goal line. He and Rabinski were black aces in Hershey's run last year. Didn't play in the postseason against the Firebirds, but were there to celebrate the end. Krisky from the blue line, closed upon by Short. At the center ice, he'll get it forward, overskated. And Otavainen will pick it up with his teammates changing. He dumps it behind Hershey's net. Cole Lynn first on it, sends it left wing to McCormick, gobbled up by Shepard. As we send a nice level to Tatsadowski.
Coming up in our first intermission report, he was the Game 7 hero Wednesday night. It's being called the Rover Time goal. We take a look at the popularity of number 65, Garrett Rowe. Plus, we'll get you caught up on the latest local news and weather headlines in our Fox 43 game break. For those of you watching on the NHL Network and Monumental Sports Network, I'll be joined by Hall of Famer Mitch Lamoureux for some first period analysis. Zach and Garrett, have your highlights. That's all in the first intermission report, sponsored by Pepsi.
Face off to the Firebirds. McCormick shot stopped by Shepard. The rebound loose in front to the side of the goal. And McCormick tied up beneath the goal line by Logan Day. Firebirds starting to find their game, wearing off any early rush. A bad bounce that didn't go their way. Starting to take over the offensive zone. Ossipov with a hit on McCormick, picked up by Mike Vecchione on the backhand. Miro Stachenko at his feet, flicks to center. Ossipov will get there first, smacks it in from the wrong side of center, and icing is called on Hershey with 4:07 left in the first period.
You know, you're going to see the physicality in this series really pick up, and you know, if it's a transition game like we've seen so far here in the first 15, 16 minutes, you know, that's huge because you're able to get a body on a guy early on, especially in the offensive zone. You know, that really slows down that transition of the opposing team. So you're going to see a lot of that. You know, it's going to be a lot of finishing your checks and not doing a flyby here.
Face off to the left of Hunter Shepard. Garrett Rowe to take it for Hershey. That line out there on the ice still after the icing infraction, and the draw tied up, won by Rowe. Behind the net, Hershey will pick it up and bank it off the boards to Vecchione. Chip by Rowe to the logo at center. Miro Stachenko has it for the Bears, right wing to Vecchione. Sidesteps the hit, pulls up along the near boards. Mike Vecchione with the puck, hooked a bit, taken away by Evans. Bears try to pop it loose from him, but Coachella Valley wins that board battle to center ice. Hughes has it on the right wing, rushed into the offensive zone. They send her back to Hughes, banks away from him. Out of the reach of the goal scorer, Winterton, who wins the battle in the near corner. Winterton with it, trying to go to the point. Tracked there and hit by Miro Stachenko. Takes him down to the ice. Both players topple over. Hershey chips to center with Frank. Trying to guide that puck away. Prisky will instead. Chase Prisky with men joining, but a good stick by Riker Evans to break up that potential offhand rush. Coachella Valley survives the threat and brings it in. Offside with 3:18 left in the first period of play. Shots on goal are 9-all, 2-1 Firebirds. Still seeing that the Bears can get a little bit more zone time. Their forecheck is a big part of their success. And then working that puck low to high. As Garrett mentioned, seen a little more transitional game so far.
Yeah, it's been a little bit more run and gun, you know, and the Bears can play that game. You know, we've seen, obviously, you see the first game there against Cleveland. You know, Ethan Frank with his speed, being able to, you know, really blow right by your check. So, you know, the Bears can play that game, but getting on the forecheck really establishes their own game.
That line is out. They'll chip it to Frank at center. He knocks it to Snively. One hands it in on the left wing behind the Coachella net. Jimmy Schultz up the boards. McElrath will cut it off. Sandwich his body against the glass to keep it in. Snively beneath the goal line. 2-1 Coachella Valley. The Bears have it behind the net. Hamid Akhtel will tap it deep away from Henman. Cross check down to the ice with Snively by Otavainen. Bears grappling for position. Comes to the far boards where McCormick on the second swipe will get it as far as the red line. Hamid Akhtel, the Bears on the takeaway. McElrath will dump it back in. Wholesale line change for head coach Todd Nelson's group with 2:30 left in the first period. The Firebirds ahead by a goal. Out of the left corner to center ice. It's Shore with it, doubling on back. And looks to bring it over the middle. Left it for Schultz. The Firebirds settle it in their own zone with Hayden at center. Looking for Shore at the far blue line. That pass disrupted, and Prisky will collect it for the Bears. Pass up along the right wing, knocked away. Cleared back in. Prisky played for Dan Bilesma when he worked in the dual affiliate Charlotte Checkers a couple years ago before the Kraken had their own team, Coachella Valley. Wrist shot to net, saved by Drieger. Came off the stick of Limoges from the center point. Bears get it back. Defenseman Jake Massey behind the net. He centers. Trying to sweep it to the side of the goal. Knocked away by Olofsson. And the Bears threatening to tie this game late here in the first period.
Yeah, pretty fancy footwork there by Massey, being able to spin around, a little pirouette around Coachella's defenseman there.
Scrum along the boards. The puck not moving out of the pile. Trying to pitchfork it free as Pierre Dubé finally does get it out of the skates and hits the skirt of the net. And keep Fleury with it for the Firebirds to break out to center ice. Hard work along the boards, but the Bears can't take advantage. It's Shore stick handling laterally over the blue line to bring in. On the right wing, the blue line, Carrick loves to shoot it. His drive goes wide of the goal. Evans sandwiched into the boards by the hit by Rabinski. And the Bears look to clear the puck to the line. Evans barely keeps it in. Suited each to the net front, knocked down by Prisky. Hershey still can't get it out. To the center point again. Riker Evans with it. It's Hughes off the bench. His shot blocked by Limoges. And it bounces out to center with some tired Bears out there. And under a minute left in an entertaining first period. Hershey scored early, 1:15 in. The Firebirds with 2 straight sets to pull in front. Dana Rabinski, center ice. Bogdan Trineyev wide down the right wing on Carrick. Looks net front. His shot knocked away by Carrick. Got his stick in the lane. Good defensive play by the savvy veteran. Started his career here at Hershey. He lost it. Trineyev will take it. Right wing Rabinski parks it along the near boards. Pulls up his centering pass deflected away in the feet of Winterton, and he'll clear it out to center. Right idea, just did not go the way the Bears wanted. Osipov got it through both layers of traffic, but the Bears put it the wrong direction to their goaltender Shepard. With 14 seconds left of the period, he'll leave it behind the net. Time for one last rush if the Bears want it. They will rush to center ice with Riley Sutter. Frank on the tip in with 5 of the period. Olofsson behind the net, crunched into the boards. And a cross check from McCormick on center to end the first period of play with Coachella Valley. The rest of the 2 clubs come out, get a bounce that doesn't go their way. They respond with 2. Snively 1:15 in on this lucky play. And then Coachella Valley, it's a shorthanded goal from John Hayden. And a goal from Ryan Winterton. They're in front 2-1 after 1.
Yeah, pretty good start there for the Bears, Zach. You know, we've talked about the physicalities there. You know, I think it's just tightening up on that transition. This is a team that thrives on that transition game. You know, that if you're that F3, if you're that high forward coming back from the offensive zone, you got to make sure that you have your guy. You know, you can't allow a third guy to go past you, creating that 3-on-2.
Bears fans, Bouquet Mulligan and Mayo has 2 locations in Cleon and Elizabethtown. They're now fabricating in-house custom digital freeform lenses. Bring us your prescription, get the most accurate digital lenses, providing the best vision.
Up on that transition. This is a team that thrives on that transition game. You know, that if you're that F3, if you're that high forward coming back from the offensive zone, you got to make sure that you have your guy. You know, you can't allow a third guy to go past you, creating that 3-on-2.
Bears fans, Bouquet Mulligan Mayo has 2 locations in Cleon and Elizabethtown. They're now fabricating in-house custom digital freeform lenses. Bring us your prescription, get the most accurate digital lenses, providing the best vision possible. They have a large selection of luxury eyewear from all over the world. They feature Oakley, Ray-Ban, and Maui Jim sunglasses. From sunglasses to surgery, check them out at bmdi.com. Shots on goal, 10-9 in favor of the Bears. Here in period 1, Todd Sadowski has made his way over to the Bears bench. He'll be joined by a member of the Chocolate and White momentarily. We'll get analysis from the ice from one of the Bears skaters here in just a moment. But overall, we're in for an entertaining series, no doubt. And we talked about how good Coachella Valley was for being the rested team for the most part. The Bears will take that first period with some things to tighten up.
Yeah, they really will, Zach. It's, one of those things right now for the Bears that, I thought they came out, they played a great period. They get caught in transition there, a couple different times. And it's a team. They play highly offensive game, and they're going to make you pay. And if it's going to be a 3-on-2, 4-on-2, they're going to end up making you pay on that. So that's something the Bears, look for them to tighten that up a little bit.
Snively's third at 1:15 from Frank and LaPierre. John Hayden's 8th at 6:34. Then Ryan Winterton at 13:52. Dylan McElrath, Bears captain, is with Todd.
Dylan, thanks for the time. Look, how's it feel to have a clean slate? I know we're back 2 nights later, but is it nice to have at least a clean slate to start a new series?
Yeah, it's exciting. It brings back old memories playing them last year, and it's although we just played a couple days ago, it's we have a fresh mindset in this series, and really exciting.
That was where I was going next. It's kind of weird to see the Firebirds and the Sweaters out there together. Jog some memories also about who you're playing against, because there's a lot of guys on both teams that were in last year's finals.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely some carryover. It's going to be an intense series. I like our start there, though. We definitely kept our momentum from last series into this one, and to do more of that in the next 2 periods.
You got a lot of teammates on the blue line that have been in and out, right? So it's been a lot of depth there. So you feel like you guys can handle what the Firebirds are bringing you with the depth that you guys have on the blue line?
Yeah, I mean, that's been our strength all season long, is our depth. A lot of guys that would be regulars on every team sitting out most nights, so it's nice for them to get this opportunity. Ozpop especially, he's been a great teammate all year. Works hard every day, and to see him play in the finals is pretty special.
It's a welcome back to the Calder Cup Finals. Thanks for the time, Mac. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guys, there you go. They're down 2-1 after 1, but the slate is wiped clean. We're only 1 period into what could be another epic long series. We'll see. Bears are down at the intermission.
Thank you very much, Todd. Thank you to Dylan McElrath. Took Hershey 1:15 to score. It took them 133 minutes and 24 seconds to do it versus the Firebirds last year. Down 2-1 after 1. Stay with this. Our Pepsi Intermission Report starts next. You're tuned in the 2024 AHL Calder Cup Finals.
You can feel the excitement in the air. The teams are ready, and so are we. I'm excited. NHL Tonight, live and on site at the Stanley Cup Final. This is it, make or break time. Before and after every Stanley Cup Final game on NHL Network.
I don't like to spend a ton of time shopping, but I like to look good. For me, Poshmark makes that so easy. And whenever I get tired of something, I just relist it back on Poshmark. It's honestly a little addicting, making some money I can spend, keep my wardrobe fresh.
This is Tonal. Strength training powered by AI. So while you get stronger, Tonal gets smarter. Every rep analyzed. Your workout optimized. This is personal. This is Tonal.
When everything hurts, you need relief that's deeper than ice. Tidal, the cryotherapy spray that goes beyond cooling to take control of the pain. Now the best-selling pain relief spray has gotten even better with an easy press activator to get the perfect coverage and dose with no rubbing needed.
It smells really good. It relieves the pain quickly so I can continue doing what I love.
It's compact, it travels easy, I can take it everywhere.
Get the all-new cryotherapy spray and the full line of Tidal products online or at your favorite retailer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Giant Center. This is our first intermission report for Game 1 of the Calder Cup Finals. Well, the Firebirds cruise through the Western Conference title. eliminating Milwaukee in just 5 games. As for the Bears, well, they struggled to get out of the East. They needed 7 games against the Monsters, including 4 in overtime in this building. The Game 7 hero was Garrett Rowe, and as they say, it could not have happened to a nicer guy.
He wants it. Shot to the goal. Block comes loose. They score! They score! Garrett Rowe! The Bears win!
I threw an absolute muffin, and luckily it bounced and right onto his stick. And I mean, that guy's 87 years old, so he's played a couple hockey games, and right place, right time for him, and he buried it.
Rowe is not quite 87, but he's up there for an AHL player, 36, a veteran that has spent much of his career overseas. The Virginia native came home to be closer to family. His addition has paid off for the Bears on and off the ice.
Yeah, well, on the ice, he's producing, he's fulfilling that role. Playing on power play, did some penalty killing. He does a bit of everything out there. And in the room, he's just a really mature hockey player, good guy to be around, and keeps the guys focused. He's been awesome for us.
Garrett's mom passed away about a year ago. He said he saw a cardinal the other day that reminded him of her, and thinks she may have had a part in his big moment.
My mom would have been thrilled to go through this with us, this whole ride. So it's just cool to share those memories with my brother's here tonight, his wife, his kid, my kid. So hockey's obviously something, but life is more than that.
He lost his mom, and she's irreplaceable. But his hockey family has grown exponentially, and he's given the team and the franchise a moment they'll never forget. We'll be back with more Hershey Bears playoff hockey after this.
The NHL Draft is coming to Vegas's awe-inspiring Sphere. And NHL Network is there for coverage before and after round 1, plus full coverage of rounds 2 through 7.
He's the guy that helps you win.
Starting June 28th on NHL Network.
America's best Father's Day food gifts are now shipping nationwide. So if you want Guy Fieri's trash can nachos, legendary Texas brisket, Ina Garten's famous chocolate cake, stone crabs from Miami's most renowned restaurant, or Chicago's iconic deep dish pizza, Gold Belly it. Shipping the greatest Father's Day food gifts to your door. Order now for Father's Day and get free shipping anywhere nationwide.
Get customizable furniture at joybird.com that complements your art, your green thumb, or just you. Create your dream space with Joybird. Shop an unparalleled selection at joybird.com.
This is the one who keeps it moving. He stocks the right parts and knows just where to find them. Because this is about more than business. The industrial grade products you need. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, and welcome everyone watching at home. We're here to remind you that we have agents standing by right now to answer your legal questions. So if you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, call now. Find out if you have a case and how much is potentially worth. I'm Gina Bellich, here with spokesman and TV personality Tom Mustin. So Tom, tell everyone watching at home who should call right now.
Well, Gina, first off, thank you for having me here in the studio. Now, as far as who should call in, the answer is anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault should give us a call right now. Agents are standing by to answer any questions you may have and tell you how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. So what kind of calls are we seeing today?
Well, Gina, we're getting calls about all types of accidents, but the most common has been car accidents. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, take that first step and give us a call. We'll answer your questions and you'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. Call now.
Witness NHL history as the league's future stars take center stage at Sphere, the most extraordinary venue in Vegas. The Upper Deck NHL Draft. Buy your tickets now at nhl.com/draft tickets.
We're back in Hershey. First intermission for the Calder Cup Finals, game number 1. I'm Todd Sadowski along with Hall of Famer Mitch Lamoureux. All right, so they made it through, right? They got rid of Cleveland, but here come the Firebirds. Doesn't make it any easier. A couple of fortunate breaks on both sides, but the Firebirds they're going to be hard to deal with for an entire series.
Oh, absolutely. They're a quality team. They have a lot of veterans, and you know what? They have a lot of skill, and they're very opportunistic. So the Bears are going to have to take away their time and space and not allow them to have any outnumbered rushes, particularly coming into the zone, because if they do, they're going to capitalize on these. And you can see what happened on that semi 3-on-2, 2-on-1. They capitalized. So, but the Bears, they got a good break, and then they had a tough break. So you can deal with that. The Bears can beat these guys. I'm telling you right now, they can beat them.
Well, I like what Dylan McElrath told me. He was like, it was kind of strange to see them in the building because everybody's been talking about this matchup all year long, and here we are. It's mid-June, so we finally get the matchup in the AHL Finals that everyone was expecting.
Yeah, and you know what? The Bears earned it. It was hard work in that last series in the Eastern Conference Finals, but they found a way to get it done like they did throughout the season. There's a lot of games throughout the season they didn't deserve to win, but they found a way to win, and that's what they got to rely on, and that's what a veteran, tough team does.
Yep, and they earned the home ice advantage, and they start with these first two games here at Giant Center. We'll be right back with more after this.
Look, we've all been there. Your AC decides to quit, turning your home into an unbearable sweatbox, and now you have to deal with it. Hi, I'm Joe, and this is why I invented iFlow, the world's first automatic AC drain line cleaning system to keep your AC going and that cool air flowing. Look, it's not that your AC is broken, it's that your drain line is clogged. Here's why. A thick, slimy, sticky bacteria called Zuglia lives, grows, and sticks inside your drain pan and drain line, clogging it up and causing your AC to shut down. But don't worry. That's why I invented iFlow. iFlow is a smart, automated device that dispenses our proven bioenzymatic cleaning fluid on a customized schedule that actively breaks down the Zuglia and flushes it out of the drain line, helping to prevent those costly clogs. And the best part is, installing iFlow is a breeze. Just stick it on the air handler, connect the iFlow, insert the cleaner cartridge, and you're good to go. And you don't have to be a pro to do it because there's an iFlow app to help you through it.
The app makes it very easy. It's a step-by-step app, and it was the simplest thing to install.
Plus, when the cartridge gets low and you need more, the app can order a refill and send it right to your door. And most importantly, iFlow can save you from this. That's a drain pan overflow that damages ceilings and walls, and you're left to pay for it all. But with iFlow, since your drain lines will be clean and clear, this will never happen to you.
Before iFlow, my AC would always shut down at the worst times. It was so frustrating and hot. But with iFlow, I don't have to worry about that anymore. It keeps my AC running and my family cool, and I love it.
The last thing you think about is your air conditioner until it breaks down. Then it becomes your first priority. Well, that's why I got iFlow. I installed it in less than 5 minutes and it never broke down again.
So keep your AC going and that cool air flowing and protect your home with iFlow.
For special money-saving deals, visit buyiflow.com. That's buyiflow.com.
All of the NHL trophies are so special, and the names are all added, generation after generation.
You walk through the Great Hall, and you see the silverware. It's just astonishing.
Winning the Hart Trophy is a tremendous honor.
It is considered the apex. Goalies are a special breed. You can't win without a great goalie.
One of the saves of the year!
The Lady Byng is the most misunderstood trophy.
People perceive it as being for a soft player, which is anything but the truth.
The theme throughout has been superlative excellence.
Welcome back to the 2024 Calder Cup Finals, game number 1 from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Our Fox 43 broadcast of Hershey Bears hockey in the 2024 Calder Cup playoffs coming to you live on the NHL Network and the Monumental Sports Network in D.C. as well. With Garrett Mitchell back in the broadcast booth, I'm Zach Fish. We'll look at the highlights from period number 1 in just a moment. Garrett, couldn't have drawn up a better start for the Bears. It took them over 2 games to score against Coachella Valley in last year's Calder Cup Finals. That a distant history as Hunter Shepard and the Bears take the ice. And a great crowd here at Giant Center, less than 48 hours removed from winning Game 7 against the Cleveland Monsters. 1:15 in. The hockey gods give the Bears a good bounce. Off Riker Evans, Joe Snively scores to make it 1-0.
Yeah, and you know what? That was the start the Bears needed. They put the crowd right into it. You know, I thought the first period for the Bears was, one of the best first periods I've seen throughout this playoffs so far. So great start for them. just limiting Coachella's chances on the rush, and I think they'll be just fine.
Physicality, the name of the game, and this, of course, unfortunately for the Bears, was a shorthanded goal from John Hayden. What you didn't see in that highlight there was the puck bounce over the stick of Joe Snively. So he got a fortunate bounce, he gets an unfortunate bounce, and ice is slippery for Shane Wright right there. Chris Drieger made some big saves in that first period, and in transition, a rush for Coachella Valley. This is the goal from Ryan Winterton to put the Firebirds up 2-1. That's where we sit right now, going into period number 2. The Bears trailing by a goal. The second period coming up. Stay with us. You're tuned in to the 2024 Calder Cup Finals.
How long have you been tracking the value of our car? Should we sell it?
We hold.
Our low mileage is paying off. You think we should?
Hold.
I'm on it.
Already sold to Carvana.
Go to Carvana and track your car's value today.
This is Tonal. Strength training powered by AI. So while you get stronger, Tonal gets smarter. Every rep analyzed. Your workout optimized. This is personal. This is Tonal.
Hey, I'm Ray's procrastination. You know, he'd want to take care of stuff, especially around the house. And I'm like, nice try, man. But then he started using Thumbtack. And now he's got planning tools to make it easy to get projects done. Even easier than not doing anything at all. Totally harsh, man.
Procrastination doesn't live here. You do. Take care of your home with Thumbtack. Download the app today.
Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head? Comb it over? Wear a hat? Just stop. This isn't 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out because they're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who scans this QR code. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And the best part, Bosley's permanent solution is protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Let them show you for free how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Scan the QR code. Don't wait. Scan the code now and ask about the Bosley Guarantee.
We going straight to the top. Witness NHL history as the league's future stars take center stage at Sphere, the most extraordinary venue in Vegas. We going straight to the top. The Upper Deck NHL Draft. Buy your tickets now at nhl.com/draft tickets.
The second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Orrstown Bank.
Game 1 in Hershey, the Calder Cup Finals last year. Palm Desert, California was where this series started. The Hershey Bears and Coachella Valley Firebirds met in a 7-game thriller. 9 players for the Hershey Bears, 9 players for Coachella Valley that played in that series are in the lineup tonight. On each side, there are some other ties. Chris Drieger was the backup goaltender to the man you see on your screen, Joey DeCord, while the Bears had several black aces that did not dress in the finals. So a lot of experience toe-to-toe between these two teams that do not play at all. Unlike the NHL, the Bears and Firebirds do not meet in the regular season. And they're going back to memories from last June to reignite this rivalry here tonight. Icing called quickly on the Firebirds as the two teams switch sides, allows us to set the table here for period 2. 2-1 Coachella Valley. I'm Zach Fish along with Garrett Mitchell, and Fox 43's Todd Sadowski is ice side. Firebirds took the lead after the Bears scored 1:15 in. With a face-off to the left, the veteran backstop Chris Drieger. Fourth line out for Bears head coach Todd Nelson, the 4-time Calder Cup champion. Draw 1 to captain Dylan McElrath. He's got it right forward. Shot to the net, deflects off the glass behind Drieger. On the near wing, Hershey looking to come up with the puck. And taking it free is Sutter. To the blue line, Hamanakto quickly running into trouble and cleared to center. The Firebirds double team Hamanakto. He's able to get it away. Flurry in his own line, gave it away to Olsen. Shot to the net from Trenier, more of a pass than anything. This fired wide of the goal, but Rubinski takes it, gets around Flurry.
Sends it to the blue line. Backhand kept in by Chase Prisky. His wrist shot thwarted into the corner, but Trinier throwing the weight around. Hershey getting a second rotation over the boards with LaPierre. Hendricks LaPierre with it for the blue line. Prisky, his slap shot hits a body and deflects up and out of play. But 50 seconds into the period, some good looks for Hershey. Quick pause for those listening on the Bears Radio Network. 10 seconds for station identification. So welcome our listeners on the Capitals Radio Network and Sirius XM NHL Network Radio tonight on this simulcast broadcast. However you're watching or listening, we do appreciate you tuning in. Puck play with a high stick by the Bears, doesn't matter as Shane Wright brings it in. Coachella Valley left to right in the offensive zone. Right back in the lineup, returns after being hurt in the Pacific Division Finals. A failed clear by Snively, winds up on net, a save by Shepard, and rolls around behind the goal. For whatever reason tonight for Joe Snively, bounces have fallen him, both good and bad. He'll pick the puck up and swat it out of his own zone. Ethan Frank didn't see it. It hit the referee. Goes down the ice instead still for icing off the body of Justin Key. And that a little bit of too close for comfort for the Bears in front of the net of Hunter Shepard.
Yeah, it is, Zach. You talk about it sometimes. It's just the way that it is. That one that on Hayden's breakaway goal there, shorthanded. It just those are tough bounces. Those aren't ones you design. It just it's coming flat the whole way and ends up just jumping over Snives' stick. And a very similar situation on that last one.
Firebirds with a face-off. Carrick lost to the blue line, and guess who it goes to? Snively. Right wing, offensive zone. Frank gives it back to Snively. Carrick pushes him into the boards. Frank overlaps to come in and help out. Turns it up to the near wing. Ossipov on the keep-in behind the net to Snively with the puck pushed there by Carrick. As the Bears able to dig it free. Carrick played briefly for the Dallas Stars back in 2018-19. Bears head coach Todd Nelson was an assistant there on Jim Montgomery's staff, so some familiarity. Carrick leaves it to Evans back in his own zone. The Bears changing Huntington Limoges over the boards with Pierrick Dubé.
Yeah, it's a guy that I played a lot with, Connor Carrick here in Hershey. Just as a young kid there, a couple of years, he spent here with the Bears.
72 points in 133 games. He was an All-Star twice. Before being traded away to the Toronto Maple Leafs organization 2016. Puck cleared off the stick of Huntington and down the ice. Picked up far side boards by Coachella Valley. Schultz quickly swarmed by Dubé, wearing that extra facial protection. Pierrick Dubé got hit in the face by an Ethan Frank shot in the series against Cleveland. Melanson over the blue line, he'll center. Good break up on the pass to Podorowski. Limoges got back to take it away from his former teammate. Those two played together in San Diego. Tay behind the net after Hershey saves the day, looking to clear it. Down the ice it goes to center. 17-13 to go second period. Huntington over the blue line with a wrist shot kicked out by Drieger. And knocked away behind the net. Huntington was not in the finals last year, but did play for Milwaukee in the Western Conference Finals last season. So he has that hatred for Coachella Valley, even though he was not part of the Cup win last year for Hershey. Shot in behind the Bears net with 3:10 gone in the second period. Firebirds up 2-1 on the Penn State Hill scoreboard. On Friel on the near boards, Miros Nichenko hits Studnish. The Bears will clear the puck to center. Olofsson will glove it down in flurry. In his own zone, ranks it across. Hayden on the chip in, wide of Hunter Shepard. And McElrath on the pickup behind his own net. Reverses it there to Hamid Aksel. And the Bears to center ice to McElrath over the red line. On the money to Vecchione. In the slot leaves Miros Nichenko's shot. High and wide, it banks back in front to McElrath, who threw it to Miros Nichenko. Pulls away from the pressure. Bouncing puck. Trying to feed Mike Vecchione. It wouldn't sit flat. And clear to the blue line and out to center.
Great job there by Miros Nichenko. They're just, being able to get that off, and he's in a great spot. He's on the offensive side of that puck, in the offensive zone.
Rowe on the dump in. Henrik Rubinski first on it along the left wing. Bears trying to tie this game, but Rubinski had it knocked away, and Studnic will pick it up to center. Over the blue line, her shot stopped by Shepard, but the whistle went. Hard to hear at Giant Center with the fans making noise. Wouldn't have counted on the offside called on Coachella Valley in the early moments here of this second period. And in the second period, Hunter Shepard's Bears have outscored opponents 20-12. Coachella Valley scoring 21 goals in the first period, but just 10 in the second period so far in these playoffs. So numbers heavily favoring Hershey in the middle stanza.
Yeah, and the Bears had at points there had struggled on their starts, and they've been playing we talked about how many games they've been able to score first and their record, but being able to score in the first period, they've been great second period team here.
Ethan Frank on the dump in behind the net, putting pressure on Jimmy Schultz. Back behind the goal, McCormick will put on the brakes. Hershey looking to untangle it from the captain. McCormick had it knocked away. 32 goals this year, a career high for the veteran who used to battle with the Bears in his Binghamton Senator days, coming up as a youngster in the Ottawa organization. Logan Day to center, pass to the feet of Osipov, able to get as far as the red line, but re-engaging Coachella Valley, and McCormick looking to Lynn, net front, wrist shot instead from the left side, swallowed up by the goaltender Hunter Shepard, denying Shane Wright, who snaps the wrister, and there is Shepard, and no rebound, denying Wright. He's got 2 goals in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's a pass that ends up on Osipov's feet there, and he's unable to kind of get back and find his bearings there before kind of a little bit of a loose gap, allowing Shane Wright to find that soft spot there high and get the shot off.
Dmitry Osipov in the lineup for the first time in the Calder Cup playoffs. You mentioned he played 17 games in the regular season, Garrett, for the Bears, but the last time he got a sweater, he got to go back to the regular season finale on April 20th, so it has been a bit. Dubé over the blue line. Hershey is offside. Late whistle there with Limoges and Dubé breaking up. And from the perspective of Osipov, you've been a guy that, because of injuries or the lineup is stacked at the AHL level, you might not play every game. Just how difficult is it when it's darn near 2 months since you last played? Yeah, it really is, Zach. It's a difficult thing because, we talked about Coachella and being practicing just the last, 4 or 5 days here. When you're not in a game situation and not battling against somebody that, is really in it for themselves, it's a pretty difficult situation. So great job by Ozzy just jumping in, and, he's looked pretty good here tonight. Puck shot into the Hershey zone. It's Chase Prisky picking it up for the Bears, playing it to his defensive partner, Jake Massey, to center ice. Pass right on the tape of Dubé, broken up, but Prisky is there to dump it in for the Bears to Olofsson behind the net. Olofsson gets away from the traffic and looks to bring to center. The Firebirds left to right over the red line. And offensively, it's Hughes sending it left wing, chipped behind the goal by Logan Morrison in his first professional playoff run. Did win an OHL title with Hamilton 2 years ago. So a championship pedigree. Puck beneath the goal line. Massey trying to play it there. 2 men on him, including Winterton, who has the Firebirds ahead. 2-1 Coachella Valley. Looking for more is Hughes. Winterton gets it back and sends it to Otavainen from the center point with a wrist shot deflected wide of Shepard. That was friendly fire. Hit Jimmy Huntington as a shot snapped wide of the goal, and Lynn with it. Coachella Valley threatening. Cole Lynn's wrist shot stopped by Shepard with traffic in front. No rebound for the Bears goaltender on Lynn, who had 31 points in the playoffs last year. A little slower this time around with 8 points in 12 games, but always a threat. Yeah, the Bears get put into a little bit of a turntable there, and they had both defensemen, both Massey and Chase Prisky end up being high there, and you're trying to pick up guys low. You see Limoges there down low. So both defensemen up high trying to find their guys. Nearly 6 minutes gone is Todd Nelson and assistant coach Nick Bootlin. Quick conversation there. Their team down by a strike here in the middle frame. Games 1 and 2 of this series are at Giant Center. Shepard will grab a puck into his glove that rolled right to him. In the AHL, with travel and it being cross country, it is a 2-3-2 series, a little different than the NHL. So 2 games here at Giant Center. Game 2 is Sunday, and then they go to Coachella Valley. They'll play 3 there, including Game 5 if necessary, or coming back here if needed, Game 6 and 7. The finals could go as late as June 26. Herrick off the face-off win, played behind the net by the Firebirds off the skate of Lynn, and Vecchione looking to clear it for the Bears. Up the boards, not out, swatted back behind the net by Melanson. Beneath the goal line, Osipov stolen away from Rowe, bounces in front, and pinballs around to the corner as the Bears turn it over right in front of the goal. Unfortunate there for Hershey. Coachella Valley doesn't connect. Hughes with it, leaves it to Carrick on the right wing, powers to the goal, threw it across and broken up. Good stick by Rowe, and the Bears bend but do not break. They clear it down the ice, and icing called on the home team here with 13:29 left in the second. Coachella Valley starting to amp it up. Yeah, they are, Zach. And they're really starting to keep pucks low, and you'll see them drop that defenseman down. That's that switch that we talked about Hershey trying to have of bringing your defenseman low, allowing him to shoot through that gap, and it really starts making everybody turn their heads, wondering who do I have, and that's the confusion when you start getting lanes opening up there. draw to the Bears. Logan Day off the glass looking to get it out. Rowe can't. Second attempt. Hershey will clear to center, and Rowe is after it. Lifts the stick, taps it forward to Miro Snachenko. And offside is called on the Bears with 13:18 left in the second. Both teams trying to find another gear. Fans at Giant Center are having fun. Over 10,000 of them. Stay with us. From Chocolate Town, USA, you're tuned into the 2024 Calder Cup.
Catch live AHL action here on NHL Network.
The freshest milk. 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 Check. The freshest bread. The freshest bread. The freshest bread. The freshest bread. The freshest.
Is your car's plastic trim faded and milky? Don't worry. Cerakote's ceramic trim coat restores oxidized trim effortlessly. Just wipe it on. It's guaranteed for 200 washes. Even dust won't stick to it. Keep your car looking professional. Selling your oxidized, faded trim car? Detailed cars sell for way more than faded cars. Read the thousands of 5-star reviews for yourself. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
Are you certain you can fix that?
Yeah, clip here and there.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of Lisa, Joshua, Robin, Haley, and Josh. 4imprint promo product experts dedicated to working with you, for you, every step of the way. Make certain your logo, your organization, and you shine. That's the certainty of 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
At Grainger, we know the ones who get it done wear a lot of hats. That's why we're always here for you, with professional-grade products and the knowledge to help answer tough product questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
NHL Tonight, after the game on NHL Network.
Second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Orrstown Bank. Dream big, bank smart. Now the Hershey Bears at 11 shots on goal, looking for more on Chris Drieger. Here in the second period, limited just to 2 shots so far. Coachella Valley has been the better of the two clubs to start this period. Not a ton of grade A chances either way, but some helter-skelter play in front of Hunter Shepard. Arnie Hamid-Octel absorbs a hit behind his own net. Triniev up the middle, and that one cleared past Rabinski. He's going to win the race, though. Get there in front of Schultz. Shoots to the net, a pass saved by Drieger. Drieger had the angle played. Rabinski using his speed, but did not have the angle.
Yeah, great speed there by Rabinski. And, Henrik's able to get on his horse there right away. And he's just trying to shoot that off of Drieger's pad, allow for a second opportunity there coming through.
Taken by Coachella Valley out of their own zone. Devin Shore will pick it up to center down the left wing. It's the man high out of Iden. Shot deflects wide off the backboard. It's thrown in front. Triniev will clear from Hershey out to center ice.
That's that transition, Zach. That's what the Bears really have to be careful on is, you don't track back too far. You got to make sure you have your guy. It's great to track back and get all the way back defensively, but you got to have your head on a swivel.
Tipped ahead to Snively from Frank over the blue line. Right corner, gets it behind the Coachella Valley net. Met with authority and knocked down with a puck free up the near boards. Cole Lynn turned it over. LaPierre throws it in front, broken up by McCormick. Up ice is right. Bears smash it back, and that puck a hot potato now. Nobody wants it. Finally, LaPierre to Frank. He'll guide it in. Back and forth we go. 11:50, second period. 2-1 Coachella Valley in Game 1 of the Calder Cup Finals. LaPierre puts the pressure on behind the net. McCormick one-hands it to the line. Coachella Valley has to turn backwards. And Fleury beneath his own goal line slows it up. And cleared to center ice. Right 2-on-2 with Cole Lind. Lind leads for right in the slot. Has a shot wide to Shepard. Off the backboards, it's thrown in front. And guided away wide to the far corner, where Frank will fling it back to center. And the Firebirds have it in their own line, looking to push ahead and get back on offense. Pace really picking up here in the middle frame, particularly for Coachella Valley. Huntington with a hit behind the net, knocking down Logan Morrison as the rookie hits the net. And Prisky takes it for the Bears. At center ice, Frank, end of his shift across, looking for Limoges. Deflected in, and Hershey is offside. 11:02 left in the second. We go ice level to Totsanowski.
A lot of even strength play that we've seen so far, guys. And this building's had a lot of basketball played in it. And either team gets a chance to fast break, you can see they're going to go. Continue to be impressed with Henry Grabinski's versatility. He's back with the fourth line. If he's up with the second line, it doesn't matter. He shows the speed, strength, and he's a lot of guts going into the corners, too. So the Bears got to get something going on Rodrigo.
Mentioned Henrik Grabinski, 8 points here in 13 games of the playoffs, including points in consecutive games to end the series versus Cleveland, won by the Bears in 7 games. Kay turned it over. Comes to the blue line shoulder. Bouncing puck in front of Shepard. It's loose and broken up just enough. Dang and Osipov in front of the goal. Playing together here, looking to prevent that Coachella Valley attack. Alex Limoges, second attempt to center. On the money, Osipov, who winds and fires. Pad saved by Drieger on the long slap shot from Osipov. And behind the net, putting the pressure on is Limoges. Well, the Firebirds able to cruise to the blue line, not out. Captain Dubé's leveled by Schultz. Heavy hit on Pierrick Dubé. Huntington comes in and he smokes Hughes, who wants a penalty call after he lost his stick on the hit. And she'll say eye for an eye. Play on. Firebirds with it behind the net. Centering pass. Backhander score. Winterton, his second goal of the game. He had 1 goal in the first 12 games of the playoffs. He's got 2 here in game number 1 of the Calder Cup Finals. And the Coachella Valley Firebirds have a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, Zach, that's that transition game that we've talked about for Coachella, right? You know, they get it up off transition, and you know they've got the playmakers to make that make those plays happen in front of you. And, you know, you got to track back. It's obviously 2 big hits there back to back, and you know Coachella makes them pay.
Not a little bit frantic in neutral ice, and that shot slips underneath the arm and over the pad of Shepard, who looked disgusted immediately. You could see him sliding the wrong direction. And the Firebirds have upped their lead to 2. They've scored the last 3 goals of the game after Hershey scored 1:15 in, just inside the post, maybe more past the blocker of Shepard. Winterton gets the goal. Otavainen with the assist. And it's now 3-1 in favor of the Firebirds. Shot from the line, blockered away by Shepard. McElrath behind the goal and picked up Miro Stachenko. Next goal, the Bears want it to make this a one-shot game. Oh, high hit on Rowe from Evans. There's going to be a penalty, and it's going to draw a crowd. Not sure if it's on the initial hit or the retaliation. Aaron gets a cross-check to the face of Rowe, and here we go. The bad blood from last year has some new life in it. Garrett Rowe took the high hit, and there was a penalty called, and I'm not sure if it's on the retaliation or if it's on the initial hit from Evans.
Yeah, that gets up high right in Rosie's face there, you know, on the initial hit. And yeah, it does look like it is on Evans there on the high hit.
Now, the right call made there. That was a play with head contact. The officials will chat about it. We'll see what other penalties we get. I'll show you the hit, so we had to break. Bears hope it's a power play when we return. Tuned into the 2024 Calder Cup Finals.
The NHL playoffs are electric, wild, the best time of the year.
The ones that know best are on NHL Now, every day 4 Eastern on NHL Network.
This is Tonal. Strength training powered by AI. So while you get stronger, Tonal gets smarter. Every rep analyzed. Your workout optimized. This is personal. This is Tonal.
America's Father's Day food gifts are shipping nationwide. So if you want legendary Texas brisket, Ina Garten's famous chocolate cake, or authentic New York cheesecake, Gold Belly it. Free shipping nationwide.
When everything hurts, you need relief that's deeper than ice. Tidal, the cryotherapy spray that goes beyond cooling to take control of the pain. Now the best-selling pain relief spray has gotten even better with an easy press activator to get the perfect coverage and dose with no rubbing needed.
It smells really good. It relieves the pain quickly so I can continue doing what I love.
It's compact, it travels easy, I can take it everywhere.
Get the all-new cryotherapy spray and the full line of Tidal products online or at your favorite retailer.
The NHL's biggest party is returning to Vegas.
Super exciting. I love this.
And NHL Network will be on site to bring you inside all the glitz and glamour.
That's awesome.
Coverage of the NHL Awards, June 27th on NHL Network.
Real impressive second period for the Coachella Valley Firebirds, leading 3-1 now, but the Bears get a power play. Riker Evans takes a penalty on Garrett Rowe for that high hit. They have it on the score sheet as roughing now. See if that gets changed. Second power play of the game for the Bears. They're 0 for 1, and they gave up a shorthanded goal. Firebirds with the puck. Winterton will clear it down the ice. Hendrick watch for him with a pair of goals now out of the PK. Shepard will leave it behind the net. Hershey deploys a power play with 5 forwards. Coming into today's game, clipping just below 24%. In the Calder Cup playoffs, Ethan Frank leads the way with 4 power play goals. He's got the puck along the left wing. Smashes it up the boards to the far side. Eric Dubé with it. Knocked away, comes to the blue line, Snively. 19 power play assists in the regular season. Onside to Frank from the top of the circle in his wheelhouse. And off as Alex Ovechkin calls home. Up here, goal line feed to Lemose. We get it back center point, Snively. Settles the puck to LaPierre. Tip to Dubé. That did not sit flat. Winterton short-handed ahead with Snively back. He's got Haig joining him. Too far out of his reach. They went to that bumper spot. Dubé, a set play we've seen a couple of times already here in Game 1. And throughout these playoffs, that puck just wouldn't sit flat.
Yeah, it just bounces off of Hendricks LaPierre's stick there, and it comes rainbows up in the air.
Vecchione, the blue line, room for Prisky. Slap shot to the net, blocked, never made it through. McCormick gets in the way. Vecchione's got it. Sends across left wing, Miro Stachenko. That pass with some air behind it. Miro Stachenko. Stick handles away and shoots. His shot got blocked. Knocked the stick out of the hands of Jimmy Schultz. He's retrieved it now. Miro Stachenko gets it back left side. One-timer. Great block by Otavainen and up and out of play. As the Bears do get it set up the way they want. 2 blasts from Ivan Miro Stachenko, fronted by Coachella Valley to prevent it getting from Drieger.
And that's what you're going to see here. You know, when you're able to move that puck around and they're so aggressive, especially up top with their forwards. You know, as soon as you get that seam, you got to hit it, and that's you know what the Bears have done there, being able to get that shot off, and you know, extremely different than what we saw last round. But you know, if you have the playmaking ability to do it, it's you know, you can be pretty deadly on it.
Draw 1 by Hershey. It's Prisky with it. Bears on the power play for 24 more seconds on the Evans minor. Prisky's pass across. Telegraph that one. Hayden gets in the way. Miro Stachenko falls down and cleared by the Firebirds as Hershey's power play down to just 10 seconds. They'll send it up behind their own net, trailing by 2 here in Game 1. Prisky fakes going backwards, now charges forward. Trying to go end to end. Fleury, his former teammate in Charlotte, knocked it away into center ice. The Firebirds Shore with it over the blue line. That's Melanson driving the net. Shore takes it back of the goal of Hunter Shepard. Beat 3 times on 16 shots from Coachella Valley. Shore on the right wing. Firebirds still with it. Getting away from center. Hedman cuts in front between the circles. No shooting lane. Blue line Schultz. Well wide of the goal. He's got 2 game winners in the playoffs. Jimmy Schultz missed everything. Falling down is Huntington. Room for Hedman. His pass broken up by Day. The Bears break it up and break to center after being hemmed in their own zone. Hamanaktel to Huntington. Bounces to Hamanaktel. He scores! Harvey Hamanaktel redirects right to him. Hershey's made it a 1-goal game. It's 3-2.
Yeah, just a little, you know, great job by Hardy getting on his horse there and, you know, continuing through. And, you know, goal scorers score goals when they go to the net, and that's exactly what happens. It's a little bit of a broken play, goes off of a foot there, but Hardy's ready for it. He's going to the net, and Johnny on the squad puts it in the back.
So a goal earlier from Joe Snively off the defenseman skate directly in. This off the skate of Schultz and a pass right on the tape to Hardy Hamanaktel. His second goal of the playoffs and his first goal since the Game 4 series clincher against Lehigh Valley. The Bears have made this a 1-goal game. And the Firebirds feeling all sorts of mojo their way. Hershey has not only stopped the bleeding, they've made it a 1-goal game. They're right back in it. Crowd on their side with a lot of hockey left to be played. Lane to center, hit there by Snively, falls down. Bears looking to take the puck, but popped in behind the Hershey net. Hunter Shepard, last year, was the MVP of the Calder Cup Finals. Made away from him, Ethan Frank on the right board, zone, brings the puck to center. And Snively weaving it on the left wing. To Jake Massey. Pulls up and centers. Drieger out to challenge, but well wide of the goal. Away from Snively to center ice. Here come the Firebirds in transition again. Right down the left wing to Otavainen. Threw it in front. No one home to Litt. Punches it off the backboards, but the Bears take it away. Dubé with it to LaPierre. Hendricks starts forward along the left wing. Tried to swat it in. He was playing the Stanley Cup playoffs against the Rangers for the Washington Capitals. Will be a full-time NHLer most likely next year for Washington. Up the right boards. Fleury on the keep-in for the Firebirds. So Hughes double clutches and plays it off the stick of Day. On the far wing, Coachella Valley has it once again with Morrison. Pulling away from the pressure to Winterton. This line with a pair of goals. Cameron Hughes along the left wing. Spits it out behind the net. And the Bears do a good job tracking that puck. Limoges up the middle to Huntington. Osipov to take it, but not out. Kept into the blue line. Bears hoping that doesn't cost them. They still can't get it out. Long changes in the second period. Some tired skaters on the ice now. Two looks to get that puck out to no avail either time. Third try up the middle, kept in again. Coachella Valley on the prowl heat. Hughes on the right wing, leads to Shore, puts on the break, centers, back to Hughes, poked away from him. Hayden with the puck behind the net, trucks Limoges, clear to the blue line, still not out. Good response from the visitors after giving one up. Hughes out of the right corner, sends it left point. Jimmy Schultz. Down to find it, his wrist shot blocked aside. Limoges trying to get there, comes loose again, score! One that leaks through Hunter Shepard from John Hayden. Now he's got a pair. Coachella Valley responds. It's 4-2. Clay Stevenson on the bench, starting to move around. We'll see if Todd Nelson makes a change in goal, as that one uncharacteristically goes right through the Hershey netminder.
Yeah, Zach, you talked about that one. Just failed clears there twice, at 2 or 3 times, I should say, at the blue line. And typically those ones either come back to bite you or you end up taking a penalty. Just with the long change, it's it's tough. And those guys get stuck out there for probably a minute and a half. And those ones usually come back to bite you.
They'll stick with Shepard in net as a goal for Coachella Valley, and Hayden is 9th of the playoffs. And it comes less than 3 minutes after Hamid Akhtel scored. And I felt the Bears, maybe that the break they needed, maybe that's the way they could turn the tide with the Firebirds, and just overpowered them now. And that was a shift where self-inflicted wounds. The Bears had several opportunities within a couple of feet from the blue line to get it out. They did not. Worn down, and it's in the back of their net. Even though it's one that Shepard normally gets, they had several opportunities to get that out, Garrett.
Well, and you can almost feel it, right? It's one of those things where you have that momentum, and you feel it kind of slipping away. Guys are tired. It's fail clear here, fail clear there. Like I said, those ones typically come back to bite you.
I think we're seeing that fatigue come into play. We wondered how it affected. The Bears had pretty good jump in that first period, with the Firebirds have taken their game to another level. They're back up by 2 again. Hayden at 15-11. If the Bears have an answer with a slap shot, Prisky bounces down low. Would not sit flat for Miro Stachenko. The stick broke of McCormick. He will head to the bench for a line change as Hershey with a puck to center. To Mike Vecchione. Tries to flip it in, knocked down to the blue line. Miro Stachenko has it again. Throws it in front, no one home. To the corner it goes, where Carrick hit hard by Vecchione, who just wanted it more. Vecchione plays it to the blue line. Hamid Akhtel. Over a loose stick of McCormick, juggled at the right point by Prisky. Firebirds get it right to center. On the right wing to McCormick, long range shot caught by Shepard. He will hang on. A lot of scoring between two of the best offensive teams in the Calder Cup playoffs. Hershey responded on a goal by Hamid Akhtel, but John Hayden gets his second. It's a 4-2 lead for Coachella Valley. You're tuned in to Hershey Bears Hockey.
Catch live AHL action here on NHL Network.
There's an easier way. From painting and cleaning to repairs and more. Taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head? Comb it over? Wear a hat? Just stop. This isn't 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out because they're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who scans this QR code. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And the best part, Bosley's permanent solution is protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Let them show you for free how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Scan the QR code. Don't wait. Scan the code now and ask about the Bosley Guarantee.
NHL Tonight, after the game on NHL Network.
4:09 left in the second period. Coachella Valley 4-2 leaders right now after John Hayden scoring the latest. Garrett, what do you want to see out of the Bears here in this final 4:09 to try to get things back in their direction?
Well, it's getting in on the forecheck and setting that up. And we've talked about the transition game of Coachella, you know, that they thrive on transition. And, you know, when you're in on the forecheck, you really slow them down. You finish on the right side of the guy, you know, that you put them in on the boards and you're on the defensive side of it. So I'd like to see them get in on the forecheck a little bit, really start slowing that transition game down.
Jake Massey will get the puck to center for the Bears, down by 2. It's Riley Sutter going for the hit as he shoots it in. He falls down with the puck behind the net. Flurry tracked by Trinea. And on the left wing, it comes loose to Coachella Valley. They give it away, though, to Trinea, but McElrath missed the point and shot it in behind the net. Hayden from Studenich and Schultz put Coachella Valley back up by a pair after Hamid Akhtel and scored 2.5 minutes prior. Puck rolled in on Shepard. He will grab it with his glove and hold on as Massey gives the business to Jacob Melanson, who's not afraid to mix it up going towards the front of the net. Now the Hershey goaltender. Talked about what would be the factor in this series that would matter the most. The maybe rust for Coachella Valley and the Bears just being in the grind despite being a battered group. And as the game goes on, that question's starting to get answered a bit more. But we've seen Hershey connect twice on 14 shots. Not a lot of pucks, though, here in this second period to Chris Drieger.
No, and I think, you know, you talk about that. You know, one of the biggest things for the Bears right now is, you know, they thrive on transition as well. And, you know, when you're able to slow a team down like that, you know, you see the back pressure from the Bears, you know, creating opportunities out of that. You know, it goes a long ways when you know, especially throughout a series.
Hughes from the right corner, the blue line, Carrick. A shot hits the skate of Day. Picked back up by Hughes. On the right wing, he'll peel it back to the point. Former Providence Bruin. Has it along the near wing. Back behind the goalie, throws it to the net front, rattles around. The Bears have it to center. Henrik Slop here with Frank. Over the red line, leads to Ethan Frank. Left side, Saucer past the middle. Broken up by Winterton, who's been all over the ice here. Didn't see him last year in these Calder Cup playoffs. The rookie comes in, he's been great. Flop here, though, on his steam. Rolls up on the right wing, snaps the shot, stick down in front. Out of the reach of Snively, and cleared back to center where LaPierre has it again. Plays it back to Prisky as Hershey goes back to the drawing board. Final 2:40 here. The second period, 4-2 Coachella Valley. Zach Fish, Garrett Mitchell, along with Todd Sadowski, ice side. Producer Ed Albert, Great State Productions with the feed tonight. Thank you to their video crew. Drieger on the dump in will play in the trapezoid behind his own net up the far boards. Cut off there was Riker Evans and Max McCormick. The Bears trying to dig that puck out of the pile on the bend of the boards. McCormick had it poked away by Pierre Dubé. Limoges is there too. Dubé to steal in center. That pass blocked. He gets it back. Watch to Massey, who shoots. A shot blocked by McCormick, who went down to the ice to make the play. And the Firebirds clear it out on a good rush from Hershey and a threat in the offensive zone.
Yeah, great job there by Jake Massey to jump down. He activates from the point there, and he's able to create that opportunity by jumping down.
Huntington away from shore. Right board. Blue line Prisky. Makes the slap shot. Cuts wide. He threw it in front. Drieger sticked it out before it could get to Limoges, who is wide open in the top of the crease. Prisky from the blue line. Trends the needle across to Massey. Leads to Limoges. Sends to the middle. Too far for Dubé. Firebirds break it up and clear it off the mark down the ice. And icing called on Coachella Valley. And Todd Sadowski ice level, some action in front of him as the Bears aren't going to go away late in this second period without a fight, Todd.
Certainly not. A lot of physical and mental stress in that last series against the Monsters, so they're going to have to overcome that, especially on goalie Hunter Shepard. But coming up in the second intermission report, we'll talk to one of the guys who dealing with some pain, Pierre Dubé, for the Bears, and we'll have more from Mitch Lamoureux, AHL Hall of Famer.
Oxell off the face-off win. His shot was blocked by Cole Lind. In the series against Cleveland, the Bears had a hard time getting the puck through from the point. They're without several puck-moving defensemen due to injuries. Lucas Johansson, probably their best puck-moving defenseman, as well as their best skating defenseman, and Aaron Nass, both injured. Miro Stachenko on the slot. LaPierre, he gets the glass over the head of Drieger. You can hear it pop off the glass in our microphone down there, just so hard. LaPierre shot that puck. Coachella Valley to the blue line, knocked down a midair to center, and picked back up with the Firebirds with speed. Stu Needs around Day, brings it in, backhander, knocked away by Shepard. That's the speed of Stu Needs. Sutter, though, in transition, the other way along the right boards. It's it behind the net. Rabinski looking to dig it free for Hershey. He's there with Sutter, under 40 to play in the period. And Sutter along the far boards has the puck. Hershey looking for a critical late goal. Down by 2. Sutter, Rabinski. He gets it back. Riley Sutter behind the net, centering past Mistriev. McElrath for the right point. Throw it off the skate of Schultz. Right to Prisky, bombs away. His left shot hit Triniev. 20 left. Triniev to the point. Right on the tape of McElrath. Can the Bears get one? Thrown in front off the skate of Triniev to the corner. 13 left in the period. Frantic pace to close it. Sutter to Triniev. 8 seconds left. Behind the net. Rabinski wraps it out front. Fanned on by McElrath and cleared to center. And the Bears come oh so close to getting one before the horn sounds. Some fight to the finish of the second for Hershey. But Coachella Valley with the pair. They have the 4-2 lead, up by 2, going into the third period of Game 1 here at Giant Center.
You see just how good, the Bears are playing in the offensive zone there. It's one of those things when they have pressure in there, they bring in that defenseman, Dylan McElrath, that activates, that allows them to roll through the top, and that's where they create that flurry of opportunities in front of Drieger.
Ryan Winterton second, came at 9:49. Hardy Hobbit-Octel responded at 12:51, but back came John Hayden of the Firebirds at 15:11. We sit 4-2. Coachella Valley through 40 minutes of action. The second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Orstown Bank, your trusted community bank since 1919. Todd will be ice level with a member of the Bears coming up in just a moment. And you know what? You're down 4-2, and things aren't going the way you want right now for Hershey, at least on the scoreboard. But you got a couple fortunate bounces. You got to earn those bounces in the third period of play and dig deep and see what you got left in the tank.
Yeah, exactly, Zach. And right now for the Bears, it's when they get in on the forecheck, you can see that the ability that they have to create offense out of that forecheck, and that's one of their biggest strengths is getting in on the forecheck, understanding that they have support, and they're so good at that little slip play. They can slide that puck between guys, creating that 2-on-1 coming off the wall, defenseman activating, that creates the 2-on-1 coming down from the top. So watch to see those guys activate a little bit more and start creating some more offense out of that.
York Mitsubishi is a proud sponsor of the Kenny Smith Player of the Game for the Hershey Bears. This year's winner was Pierre Dubé. The award given all season to the Bear that has the best impact on the game. Collect the 3 stars at the end of the year and pick the winner. It was Pierre Dubé this season. Good luck to all from York Mitsubishi on the ice. They're located just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue in York, PA. Visit them at YorkMitsubishi.com, where Mitsubishi's always cost less. Todd is ice level. We'll hear from a member of the Bears in just a moment, but kind of what we expected here from Coachella Valley. They're a team that opportunistic, and Ryan Winterton just 1 goal in these playoffs so far, 2 here tonight. Meanwhile, John Hayden picking up right where he left off. That's what the playoffs are all about. Guys that step up, and that duo of guys have been real good for Coachella Valley this evening.
Yeah, I thought Winterton was really good here. So far tonight, he's moving his feet and he looks engaged in it, and obviously he's rewarded with 2. John Hayden's a guy that he's going to battle through a lot. He's a veteran guy that's been through there. He's played in the NHL quite a bit, understands the game and understands the magnitude of the situation right now.
As for the Bears, they'll look for a comeback in the third period, something that Coachella Valley has not allowed in this Calder Cup playoffs yet. The Firebirds are 9-0 when they lead after 20 minutes. Quickly send it down to Todd, ice level. He's standing by.
Guys, the Bears regrouping for the third period, down 2. Hardy Hobbit-Octel with a nice goal in that period. Garrett, you had mentioned he continued all the way towards the net. Had a nice drop-off pass before he went to the net. So look for the defense to get a little bit more involved in the offense if they're going to continue to trail Coachella Valley. But right now, look, the one thing we didn't see in last year's series is a team go on the road and win until that Game 7. So Bears are trying to prevent that here in game number 1.
No interview, but Todd's thoughts. He'll come up and join Mitch Lamrew in just a moment. We'll step aside. Our intermission report coming up, so stay with us. 4-2 Coachella Valley. You're tuned in to Hershey Bears hockey.
I need the perfect banana. Let's see. There are banana bread bananas, banana split bananas, banana cream pie bananas. Ah, got it. Just what they need. Bananas.
This is Tonal. Strength training powered by AI. So while you get stronger, Tonal gets smarter. Every rep analyzed. Your workout optimized. This is personal. This is Tonal.
Are your headlights cloudy and oxidized, making your car look bad? Are they underperforming when you need them most? Cerakote's Headlight Restoration Kit restores weathered headlights back to like new and keeps them that way for life. Stop wasting your time with solutions that don't last. Cerakote's kit includes everything you need to go from this to this. Simply wipe away oxidation, give them a light sanding, and apply the ceramic coating. That's it. The True Ceramic technology does the rest. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
Are you certain he'll fit? Sure. Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Need promo gear? 4imprint certainly got it. Apparel, drinkware, bags, and more. Go get it at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Welcome back to Giants Center for our second intermission report here in Hershey. I'm Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski. And you may have noticed one of the Bears wearing a full shield during the game. 22-year-old right winger from France, Pierre-Eric Dubé, a prime example of what players are willing to do to be part of a playoff run and what they're willing to sacrifice to get back on the ice.
The goal knocked down again. Dubé, third try. He scores! Welcome back, Pierre-Eric Dubé! A power play goal!
I mean, I was pretty excited. You know, first game back after missing a couple of games like that, getting touches on the power play always feels good. And yeah, there were a lot of people in front of the net, so I just took a corner and I went in. So I was pretty happy about it.
Impressive how nonchalant Dubé is about scoring a clutch goal in Game 7. Because in Game 3, he was struck in the face from a shot by teammate Ethan Frank. He lost 6 teeth and needed emergency dental surgery. He lost 12 pounds in a week and still takes painkillers at night. It wasn't the teeth or the weight loss that bothered him the most.
Being in the stands and see all my teammates losing 3 games in a row, it probably was the worst thing of my life. You know, you can't control anything, and I wanted to make the difference.
When the Monsters came back to force a Game 7, Dubé had seen enough.
You know, you gotta be proud of him. He came to me yesterday and says, I don't care what you think because I'm playing tomorrow. He was that determined to play the game, and he got rewarded with a nice goal.
Another example, you don't have to be one of the biggest guys on the ice to be one of the toughest. Stay with us. We'll have more from our second intermission report after the break.
When everything hurts, you need relief that's deeper than ice. Tidal, the cryotherapy spray that goes beyond cooling to take control of the pain. Now the best-selling pain relief spray has gotten even better with an easy press activator to get the perfect coverage and dose with no rubbing needed.
It smells really good. It relieves the pain quickly so I can continue doing what I love.
It's compact, it travels easy, I can take it everywhere.
Get the all-new cryotherapy spray and the full line of Tidal products online or at your favorite retailer.
At Grainger, we know the ones who get it done wear a lot of hats. A hard hat is one, problem solver is another. Whatever the job calls for, we're here for you. We're America's trusted source for industrial-grade products with the scale and resources to deliver and the knowledge to help answer tough product questions. Because we know that hats change, but having access to real people ready to help combined with fast delivery never goes out of style. Call, click Grainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Do you have difficulty hearing your TV? Or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit from Nano hearing aids. Other hearing aids are expensive and cost thousands of dollars. But if you call now, you can get 2 Nano CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids ever again. The Nano CIC rechargeable hearing aid is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. And they offer superior noise reduction and a tiny in-the-ear design that is nearly invisible. And best of all, they are incredibly affordable. Call now and get 2 Nano CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297, or opt into our payment plan of 4 easy interest-free payments. Plus, if you call now, we'll add a portable charging dock, and your shipping is absolutely free. The Nano hearing aids come with outstanding lifetime customer support and a 45-day money-back guarantee. Supplies are limited, so you must act now.
Call 1-800-411-5033. That's 1-800-411-5033.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, Adidas, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
And a TV. Check fox43.com and HersheyBears.com. We're back in Hershey. It's the second intermission report for Game 1 of the Calder Cup Finals. Just did a story about the Bears forward Pierre Dubé dealing with a lot of pain. I saw him in Cleveland after he lost 5, 6 teeth, whatever it was. Just amazing that he came back. Talk to me about you. I mean, you guys are just amazing, the sacrifices you make. What kind of injuries did you have to come back from? And in situations, it's no surprise that he wants to get back on the ice for his teammates.
Yeah, and you know what? Hockey players have a lot of pride, and they don't want to let people know that they're hurt. So, and that could be contradictory and to the betterment of themselves and the team. However, when you come back for an injury, you've had an extended period of time. I came back from a knee injury. First couple of games, I was playing off of adrenaline and instinct. Did great, but then you're going to have a drop-off, and then it's going to start coming back. It's the way it typically works after a long injury. After what Pierre suffered, it's just a matter of timing and confidence, because he had half shield, okay? Now he's got the full bubble. That's a totally different animal when you're looking through a bubble trying to find that puck, and
I'm glad you alluded to that, not to interrupt, but he was talking about you have to look down all the time, and for you to catch the vision of it.
And you saw him get run over at the offensive zone blue line. He was looking down like this, and he unfortunately got hit pretty hard, but he's a tough kid. He's going to take that, but that's the difference in getting used to that, and you can't do that overnight. Yeah. So that's one of the toughest things.
Yeah, we got 30 seconds. Pierre Dubé, any of the offensive guys, they got to come up with some goals. They're down 2. They need to come up with some offense quickly.
Yeah, a couple of things they got to do is they got to keep it simple, keep moving their feet, keep shooting the puck. When they do shoot the puck, they have to hit the net. Missed the net too many times, and too many shots got blocked. So you got to change the shooting angle, get the shots through, and have somebody drive the net. And like you say, get a dirty one, an ugly one, a greasy one.
Build off that flurry that they had at the end of the second period. All right, more from Hershey coming up here. You're watching Hershey Bears.
The Florida Panthers repeat as Eastern Conference champions and will head back to the Stanley Cup Final.
Complete coverage live and on site.
Stay tuned to get this knife set free from Granite Stone. Does cooking with your old pans feel like a kitchen battle? Scratches here, stuck on food there, and burnt on debris everywhere. You need to bring in battle-tested pans with armor. You need Granite Stone Armor Max, the revolutionary cookware set with 4 durable layers of ultra non-stick. So slick, virtually nothing sticks. No oil or butter needed. Granite Stone Armor Max is the fast, easy way to make your family 5-star gourmet meals that slide right out. Forged from durable aluminum with a hard anodized exterior, then coated with 1, 2, 3, 4 Armor Max layers to create our most durable ultra non-stick Granite Stone pans ever. In fact, they're 800% longer lasting. They're oven rated up to 500 degrees and come with tempered glass, easy pour and strain lids. Plus, all Granite Stone cookware is 100% metal utensil and dishwasher safe. Look, you'd expect to pay up to $500 for a professional quality cookware set, and you still wouldn't get 4 layers. But during this special TV introduction, you can get the Granite Stone Armor Max set not for $5,
4, or even 300, but for just 5 easy payments of $39.99. And for everyone who orders today, we're going to drop one payment. You get it all for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll include this razor-sharp 6-piece knife set free. But this deal keeps getting stronger. You'll get our Armor Max Deep Steam and Fry Pan set, yours absolutely free. That's an incredible 20-piece Granite Stone Armor Max set, all for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-595-5113 or order online at buyarmormax.com. So call 1-800-595-5113 or go to buyarmormax.com.
It's going to be like two monsters colliding. It's going to be a real exciting series.
We will see Connor McDavid in a Stanley Cup final for the first time.
Complete coverage, live and on site.
Well, the Hershey Bears will need a third-period comeback here in game number 1 of the Calder Cup Finals. The Coachella Valley Firebirds have only lost once in these playoffs, and you can see why. 1 loss early, and then 1 loss in the last round. 2 total, I should say, but that's a real good team on the other side in Coachella Valley. They've come in here and blitzed the Bears with 4 goals on 20 shots through 40 minutes of action. There's some things to like for Hershey as we look at the highlights. They've been able to score a couple, but not a lot of shots, and at times in this game, Coachella Valley, with the fresh legs, have been able to wear them down a little bit and take advantage in the offensive zone. So we look at the highlights from period number 2, and Hunter Shepard, he's played a lot of hockey for the Bears in Coachella Valley, peppering him in that middle frame.
Yeah, they have been, and they've come in with a mindset of, trying to dominate that offensive zone, and so far they've done exactly that. They've been able to get in on top of the Bears and, just put a lot of pucks through Hunter Shepard. Obviously, he's played a lot of hockey here as of late, the last couple of years, and so there's a shot first mentality from them.
There's the goal by Winterton, his second. A high hit to Garrett Rowe puts Hershey on the power play, and the Bears later in the period would connect. They didn't score on that man advantage, but this one comes from Hardy Hamanaktel. A bounce off the skate to defenseman Jimmy Schultz makes it a 1-goal game. Firebirds after an extended shift where the Bears didn't clear the puck. One that sneaks through Hunter Shepard on the glove side. John Hayden's second of the game. 4-2 Firebirds going into the third period of play. We thought maybe that Clay Stevenson might go in after that 4th goal. It was a real good push for Hershey before the period ended. What do you think we'll see in the third?
Yeah, I think you might see Clay Stevenson come in, and we've talked about it. You got a great goal. Shepard, but for him right now, that might be the spark that the Bears need.
Down by 2, Hershey looking to knock off Coachella Valley. Down by a pair, some work to be done. You're tuned in to the 2024 Calder Cup Finals.
America's Father's Day food gifts are shipping nationwide. If you want Guy Fieri's trash can nachos, stone crabs from Miami's most renowned restaurant, or Chicago's iconic deep dish pizza, Gold Belly it. Free shipping nationwide.
It's all about putting in the work. I prepare the same way for the long haul. Tono gives you all those stats to be able to say, okay, let's do this now. It's all about just training your mind to be as great as you can. Tono, be your strongest.
At Consumer Cellular, we pride ourselves on giving you fast, reliable, nationwide coverage at up to half the cost of the leading carriers. But don't worry, we've got more than that going for us. You name it, we probably got it. We have the top smartphones from all the major companies.
And new customers who buy any phone get 2 months of service free when you sign up by July 31st. Call 1-888-FREEDOM. Or visit consumercellular.com to switch today.
She knows what she's talking about. Pick up the phone.
This will be the last moment you ever think of soda as being a dirty word.
Soda!
And that's because this soda, Poppy, has none of the bad stuff. Instead, it has all of the flavor. The future of soda is now, and it's called Poppy.
Certain that's just the wind? Mm-hmm. Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Be for Imprint certain your promo products will arrive on time. It's guaranteed. Visit forimprint.com.
For imprint for certain.
You're their favorite aunt.
So we decided if anything happened to us,
we want you to take the kids. Oh, you guys.
Doesn't count. This is giving me the fuzzies. But what you need is a will. Trust and Will makes it easy. For as low as $199, you can quickly create a state-specific, legally valid document that actually counts. What's cooking?
Twins.
Twins. Start your will at trustandwill.com and make it count.
All of the NHL trophies are so special, and the names are all added, generation after generation.
You walk through the Great Hall, and you see the silverware. It's just astonishing.
Winning the Hart Trophy is a tremendous honor.
It is considered the apex. Goalies are a special breed. You can't win without a great goalie.
One of the saves of the year!
The Lady Byng is the most misunderstood trophy.
People perceive it as being for a soft player, which is anything but the truth.
The theme throughout has been superlative excellence.
Purpose. Apply today at mhskids.org/houseparents.
Coachella Valley's doubled up Hershey going into the third period of Game 1 of the Calder Cup Finals. With Garrett Mitchell, I'm Zach Fish. Todd Sadowski alongside two. We're underway. And the final stanza of regulation, the Hershey Bears needing a comeback, trailing by a pair. 2 goals for Ryan Winterton, 2 goals for John Hayden for Coachella Valley. That's why they find themselves front runners here heading into the third. They're 9-0 in the playoffs when they lead after 40 minutes of action. So the Bears saw the Cleveland Monsters pull off comeback after comeback in the Eastern Conference Finals on this ice. They'll have to find one of their own. Wondered if we might see Clay Stevenson for the third period. 4 goals on 20 shots allowed by Hunter Shepard, but they stick with Shepard. Todd Nelson puts him right back in there for the third period as the Bears will get a bounce and a steal. Rabinski to the blue line. Jake Massey, the right point for Chase Prisky. Puts it in behind the net. The Bears coming today, the Evergreen Brewing scratches in their Juicy IPA without 3 of their 6 normal defensemen. No Vincent Iorio, no Aaron Ness, or no Lucas Johansson due to injuries. And the only one that likely has a chance to play in this series, according to head coach Todd Nelson, is Ness, who is deemed day today. Snively at center, will tap it in. Hendricks Lapierre on the right wing. Cuts around behind the net. Knocked down, penalty call on Riker Evans. The late call coming up, and it'll be touched up by Coachella Valley. So the Bears, the time is now to pounce on the power play. It'll be their 3rd try of the game. They've gotten all the power plays tonight. Evans will sit for the 2nd time.
Yeah, and I'd like to see the Bears really start to establish a shot first mentality here on the power play. You know what that allows them to do is, you know, force that shot. There's that, you know, kind of on the back of the pants there on Lappy, but I'd like to see them try to shoot this puck early on. And what that does is, you know, if Joe Snively's able to get a couple through, it really forces their forwards to kind of pick a side. You know, and then you'll see that big shot from Ethan Frank and from Hendricks Lapierre.
Lapierre, Frank, Limoges, Snively, and Dubé, the 5 forwards deployed by the Bears. Trying to make this a 1-goal game. Fleury off the face-off win. The Firebirds have it. Winterton up the points with backhanded to Hershey zone and Hunter Shepard. The Bears goaltender stops it with his right pad and leaves for Snively, who opened the scoring tonight just 1:15 into the game. To Limoges at center. Third power play of the game for Hershey last year. They scored 4 goals in the finals against Coachella Valley on the power play. Limoges down low to Frank. Out of the left corner. For the blue line, Snively. They give it back to Frank, looking for some room to operate. Snively to Lapierre. Right dot, sends to the goal line. Limoges gets it back. Snively from the slot, a wrist shot, stopped by Drieger, knocked out in front. Actually not sure if it made it through on the way. Coachella Valley digs out the pile and clears it down the ice. Snively tried to wrist it from the high slot.
That's exactly it, Zach. You know, if Snives is able to get that shot off, it really starts forcing Coachella to take away the flanks or take away him. You know, he might have a chance to walk right down there.
Miro Stachenko to Rabinski over the blue line, re-engages to Chase Prisky. Pressured there. The right side, Vecchione across to Miro Stachenko. Sweeps to Vecchione. Right circle, a soft shot sticked out by Drieger. Rabinski recovers. Vecchione chips it up the far boards. Miro Stachenko, right-handed shooter, handles it on the forehand. Diverts to Vecchione. Slowed up with a point. Chase Prisky, 40 on the power play. Miro Stachenko trying to send it across to Vecchione in one swift motion. Banned on it, and that allows the Firebirds to clear it. And Miro Stachenko plays the game at a high level and very fast, but some youthfulness still in his game that he continues to grow and develop. It'll be a good one for the Capitals in the near future. Vecchione over the blue line to Rabinski. Back to the skates of Vecchione, right boards. Looks net front. Feeds it across the left and tipped away. The Bears trying to go cross box. And Coachella Valley's done a good job getting their sticks in the lane. At just 10 left on the Evans cross-checking minor. And a big missed opportunity so far for the Bears. Prisky, though, has other ideas. He'll rush it in offensively. Runs into 3 guys in white with a puck taken by Riley Sutter for Hershey. Swooping the right, thrown to the net. Limoges tipped it high and wide as the penalties expire. The Bears 0 for 3 on the power play, but still with the puck offensively. Left to right is picked up to the center point. Prisky with it. Walks it and shoots. Rieger can't find it. It knuckles to the corner. Our center is negated with the check, and Limoges spins it free. To the right point, Hamanaktil rushes over to keep it in. He's got the latest Bears goal. They're down 4-2. Needing a shot in the arm here in the early moments of the third period of Game 1 of the Calder Cup Finals. Coachella Valley with a big kill, and now it's Shore rushing in and shooting. And the right shoulder save made by Hunter Shepard. His first stop of the period. There's Hershey back behind the net. Another penalty coming up for the Firebirds. The stick came up on Hamanaktil. Shepard darting off to the bench for an extra attacker. And something's got to give eventually for the Bears in that department. They're getting their chances here. 6-on-5 until the Firebirds touch the puck. Extended power play time for Snively. LaPierre gives it back to Snively. His pass was errant. Punched up by Coachella Valley with 15:42 to go in the third. High sticking the call. For those on the Bears Radio Network, quick pause before the power play. 10 seconds for station identification. Well, the Firebirds have not gotten a power play in this game. This is the fourth try for Hershey. It's a 2-goal difference, and if your power play can't connect on one of these, you're going to find yourself in trouble. Bears go back to work. What adjustments do you want to see? You mentioned that shot-first mentality.
Yeah, I'd like to see them shoot the puck. You know, and it's tough. You're running 5 forwards on there. You know, Snives is obviously an elite passer, an elite playmaker. But if he's able to establish that shot early on, it just makes everybody readjust. And you know, just talking to a few guys during the break, you know, that's something that I think we might see here.
Bears lost the draw, but they get the puck back and start on offense with Dubé from the right circle. Limoges to the goal line, run into by Olesen. Gets the puck to LaPierre, turns it to the point, Snively. Pressure there by Winterton. LaPierre down low, thrown in front, wide of the goal from Dubé. Off the body of Fleury as Pierre Dubé was open in front on a nice set play. Firebirds behind the net come out with a puck. They can't clear it yet. Olesen will now. As far as the red line where Snively has to pull back, the Bears tag up and dump in. On the glass, Rieger knocks it down with the stick. Limoges will get there to take it away. Hershey's Alex Limoges. Left board's Frank. To Snively. Top of the line to Hendricks LaPierre. On the near boards. 1:15 on the power play. The Bears down by 2. Snively with it. To LaPierre, right dot. Dubé in the bumper spot. Gives it back. Limoges knocked down in front. Dubé's drive. Knuckles away the corner. He's got it again. Wobbling punt for LaPierre. They feed the line. Snively across to Frank. The one-timer rattled wide of the goal. LaPierre with it again. Snively open. LaPierre to Dubé. Bunker spot. Blasted it wide. Getting some set plays. Nothing working. Mose walks out on himself. And off his stick, it rolls on net. And Rieger will freeze it for a face-off. Couple set plays, but nothing that lights the land.
No, but that's exactly it, Zach. You're able to get a couple shots off there by Dubé, and what it makes them readjust. You know, they can't play those defensemen and those guys coming down the flanks with Frank and LaPierre. They got to force over, and that's where you see that seam to Limoges to being able to take it to the net. And you know, that's that opportunity that they're looking for is that, you know, Dubé, and now the defense has creeped up trying to take away Dubé, and Limoges has a chance at the net.
Second power play unit goes to work with 45 seconds left in this one. Vecchione from the bumper, wide of the net, off the glass, and down the ice it goes. Coachella Valley's penalty kill came in below 80% here in the Calder Cup playoffs. And right now, keeping the Bears at bay on Hershey's fourth try tonight. Stachenko powers through center, sends it left wing. It's passed wide of Huntington, but kept in by the Bears. Grabinski to Vecchione, in his feet, knocks it behind the net. Stachenko to Huntington, and Grabinski darting out front. He'll go to the blue line. Prisky, 10 on the power play. Vecchione, Banks going backwards, now takes it to the right boards. Clears behind the net to Huntington. Vecchione to the blue line for Prisky. Bears down 4-2. Vecchione in front. Grabinski knocked down from behind. The penalty is over. And out of the box is Melanson. He knocks down Miro Stachenko, and Hershey 0 for 4 on the man advantage. Garrett mentioned it. Some better looks in that department, but the Bears still being outshot in this game. 21-15. Need more pucks on net. Chris Rieger, they've beaten him twice. Hunter Shepard beat 4 times. The reason the Bears are down on the Penn State Health scoreboard. Limoges cross ring. It's the puck to Riley Sutter, who saunters in left boards. He gets stripped up. Knocked down by Lou Luke Henman, former Charlotte checker. Limoges is able to guide it free. Left point, Hamanakto fakes the slapper. Walks it in. Firebirds shot off the left shoulder of Drieger. That made it through traffic and hence a move to it. But Coachella Valley breaks the Prince to center. Henman along the left wing. Bodied hard to the boards by McElrath. Doubled over in pain as his helmet strap comes loose. And McElrath slow to get to his skates after that heavy collision. Can't have McElrath hurt with already 3 defensemen out. The Bears bring the puck in offside. With 12:41 to go in the third, a period that's seen the Bears on the power play for the majority of it. While last year's Calder Cup champions trying to defend their title, down by 2 now. Stay with us. You're tuned in to the 2024 AHL Calder Cup Finals.
Faulkner.
Catch live AHL action here on NHL Network.
There's an easier way. From fixing your cabinets to cleaning your countertops, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then, up to 150 pounds of torque, knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news, Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-979-1303. That's 1-800-979-1303 or visit byreddog.com. Call 1-800-979-1303 now.
NHL Tonight, after the game on NHL Network.
Firebirds looking to strike first in Game 1 of the Calder Cup Finals, much like they did last year. And they're building, flanking the Bears in Games 1 and 2. Hershey trailing 4-2 on the Penn State Health scoreboard. Coachella Valley coached by Dan Bilesma. Heading to Seattle to join the Kraken next year. Carrick lost his stick behind the net. Delayed penalty call coming up on Hershey. And after getting 2 tries to start this period on the power play, now they will take an offensive zone penalty down by a pair. And they'll need the kill as Joe Snidely, their penalty minute leader, which feels odd to say. He's not normally up in that department, but the penalty minute leader for Hershey in the playoffs, it's an interference minor.
Yeah, that's one of those plays there, Zach, just where, you know, Snipes just gets a stick on it, and you know, when you're 4-0 right on in the penalties penalty department, you know one's got to give, and you know that they're looking for that easy one. Connor Carrick ends up losing his stick there on the slash, and you know he ends up going to the box.
Coachella Valley at over 20% on the power play. They've scored 9 goals in these Calder Cup playoffs. John Hayden with 2. Off the draw, the puck taken, thrown to the net front, back towards the goal, and that one comes free and wide. The net cleared back to center ice. One guy noticing here, Garrett, we really have not called his name tonight. Not sure if he's down the bench. Andrew Podorowski. Remember, he took that hit from Dylan McElrath. Normally, you'd see him out there as a power play player. And he doesn't look like he's down there right now. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I don't think he is. I haven't seen him since the second there. I was kind of wondering about it, and after that hit, now that you say that, it makes a lot of sense.
From the blue line, Connor Carrick with the puck. He's a shot first guy, sends to the right wing. He's got it again. Carrick looks to the goal, but Sutter is there on his way. Thrown to the net off the goalpost. Hayden for the hat trick, rings the iron. He's already got 1 hat trick in these playoffs. Nearly had a second. And the Bears, if they're able to come back in this game down by 2, might be thanking the goalpost, Hunter Shepard's best friend.
Yeah, some great puck movement there, low, and you know they find that similar spot where Dubé's been able to camp out there a couple different times, but you know great puck movement there by Coachella.
Hayden coming off a hat trick. He is red hot, even though with almost a week between games. Firebirds top side of the point. Evans left side gets it to Fleury, who zips it across. to the far blue line for Logan Morrison. Goal line feed McCormick in the feed of Fleury. He was open to the left dot. A look, the Bears haven't seen yet. The Firebirds work the near wing. Cole Lind with the puck. The lead distributor gets to the blue line. Evans missed it between his feet and knocked away. Special teams has been a big part of the difference here. There's 0 for 4 on the power play and have given up a shorthanded goal tonight. They led 1-0. That shorthanded goal sent Coachella Valley to get the next 2 following the shorthanded goal to take a 3-1 lead. Hershey made it 3-2, but Coachella Valley up 4-2 now. 10 seconds left on the Snively minor for interference. Evans shoots it around back of the goal of Shepard. McCormick beneath the goal line, and it's Massey stealing it and clearing it. So the goalpost helps out. The Bears stay down by a pair. Still in this game, but needing to get going on offense. But a critical penalty kill. Their first of the game on the Bouquet Mulligan Mayo penalty kill, as they keep Coachella Valley off the scoreboard.
Yeah, these next 5 minutes, Zach, are huge for the Bears. You know, they got to go and establish what they're trying to do in the offensive zone.
Henman brings it in over the blue line. McElrath is there to negate him. Look to dig that puck free. It's juggled up in the air. Another penalty call. It's on Dylan McElrath. He knocked down Winterton. A cross-checking penalty, and Hershey will go right back to the penalty box. 9:58 to go in the third period. It's actually Hardy Hamanoctel that will go. 4-2 the score. Coachella Valley in front. The 2024 Calder Cup Finals.
You can feel the excitement in the air.
The teams are ready, and so are we.
I'm excited.
NHL Tonight, live and on site at the Stanley Cup Final.
This is it, make or break time.
Before and after every Stanley Cup Final game on NHL Network.
Gonna do the two-step and cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart.
You could start a farm in your apartment, or you could get fresh groceries delivered.
We have to move.
This is Tonal, where every rep is analyzed, so your workout is optimized. This is personal. This is Tonal.
I'm certain it's level 5.
Are you for Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
The countdown begins. 15 seconds left to go.
The Stanley Cup playoffs are intense, nerve-wracking, the ultimate test.
The ones that know best are on NHL Now, every day 4 Eastern on NHL Network.
Hardy Hamanoctel will take the minor penalty, and Hershey right back to the penalty kill. Hamanoctel off for cross-checking at 10:02. Bears prefer that. I thought it was McElrath initially with the hit in the corner. McElrath, the more prime penalty killer of the two for Hershey, trying to stay in this game. Clear it all the way down the ice. She killed this. She got a little over 7 minutes left, down by a pair. And you never can count a team out because prime proof. Cleveland Monsters. Third period, 4 different times at Giant Center. We're down 4 different times, forced overtime. Hughes over the blue line. Trinaya's stick was tied up. Puck comes in front to Hayden on hat-trick watch. Knocked away from him to the blue line. Connor Carrick. Carrick watches it on the right wing. Steps a shot knocked down in front of Shepard. Ravinsky shorthanded with Trinaya. 3 shorties on the year in the regular season for Trinaya. They'll just put it to the corner as Carrick retrieves it behind his own net. Connor Carrick, originally selected by Washington in 2012 draft. This is 49th American Hockey League playoff game. Hayden to take it for Coachella Valley out of his own zone. 1 minute gone on the Hamanoctel minor, under 9 minutes left, third period. 4-2 Coachella Valley on the Penn State L scoreboard. Good break up by Huntington. Left boards, knocks down a Firebird. It brings to center shorthanded as Huntington breaking. And it to him off the left side boards, but to the corner behind the net. Evans shoves him into the glass. And the puck taken back by the visitors with Max McCormick handing off to Cole Lind. In a career year with 65 points, just 17 of those goals after having 30 tallies last season. Flurry along the left wing. Knocks the puck to the corner. Lynn hit by Hershey's Logan Day. Osipov off the body of Trinyaev to center. Rabinski took it. Leads for Trinyaev. Left wing. Walks in. Trinyaev had it roll off his stick. Throws a reverse check and knocks it behind the goal. A good-looking rush down a man. Hershey can't get a shot out of it, but they do finish the penalty kill. Also notice that Garrett Rowe is missing for the Bears as well. Remember, he took that high hit from Riker Evans. So both teams down a skater. Catch by our producer, Ed Albert. Bears have the puck. They'll get it along the left wing. Prisky had it and lost it. And another penalty call on Hershey coming up here as the Bears shot themselves to the foot here in the third period, being undisciplined. Stick comes up on Hedman, and the question is this 4 or 2? 4-minute penalty might sink the Bears down by 2. Luckily, it's just a 2-minute minor, but 3 straight penalties for Hershey after they started the period on back-to-back power plays. Not a recipe for success when you're down by 2. The penalty kill has been good so far. They'll be taxed again.
Yeah, it is. You know, and obviously we talked about the success that they've had throughout the year on the penalty kill and throughout the playoffs. But, you know, when you're trying to come back, you know, especially down 2, it's a pretty difficult situation.
Now, Todd Sadowski is downstairs, and tough go of it here in the third period for the Bears. Not out of this yet, but you need this kill here to stay alive, and it's McElrath in the box.
Well, you knew they were not going to stay out of the box the entire game, but I think some of the physical fatigue has taken over. Guys are reaching a little bit. They're just not in the right positions, not set, and it's costing them some penalties. Once they do get back to even strength, I can hear Coach Nelson now, if you provide offense during the regular season, you need to provide offense in the playoffs, and right now they haven't had a chance to do that. LaPierre, Frank, the guys, you need something late coming down the stretch.
It's going to be interesting to see after this how much the Bears have left of the tank, having to empty it after that grueling 7-game series. Big Massey with it behind the net, backhands it up the boards, cut off by Shore, keeps it in for the Firebird. Leading for 2, it's Carrick. Looking for what could be a dagger goal for Coachella Mountain. Connor Carrick to the right side, snapped in front. Hayden had it explode off his stick, and good clear by Hershey's Jimmy Huntington all the way down the ice.
Yeah, great read there by Jimmy Huntington. You know, and he sees Hayden that he's been able to pop up there a couple times, so Jimmy's right on top of him. He was able to pick that puck right off.
Carrick will pick the puck up, brought forward back to center, over the blue line by Hughes, galloping in down the right wing. Quick wrist shot knocked away from Wright. Shane Wright, who had 3 assists in the Calder Cup Finals versus Hershey last year, sends to Hughes up the left wing. Hayden parks it to Shore, left on, tracked by Rabinski. Center point Carrick sends to Shore again. His wrist shot knocked down by Osipov. Good block and clear by the Bears. Dmitry Osipov in the lineup for the first time of these playoffs. Inserted in for the injured Vincent Iorio in our Evergreen Brewing scratches. Osipov makes the play. 6:30 left, third period here in Game 1 of the finals. This building could use a shot in the arm as well. 10,000 plus at Giant Center, seeing their team on the kill for the 3rd consecutive time, down by 2. Getting a comeback of monster proportions, and I say monster proportions for Cleveland. 2 goals is certainly doable. If they didn't stay out of the penalty box. Up behind the net, center to the front of the goal and knocked away by Hershey, and there's Sutter to tap it away from the Firebirds in the length of the ice.
You know what that does, Zach, is when you're killing penalties, you know, it holds that top line and top 2 lines really off the ice, right? So your offensive guys are unable to play big minutes, and it holds them, you know, on the bench.
Headman feed to Evans, knocked away, and there's another penalty on Hershey. Went from 4-0 on the power plays to 4-4 real quick, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. You know, it's you can't say that it's, you know, 1 ball in each pocket kind of thing, but you know, typically it usually evens itself out. And you know, you talk about just the fatigue of it and reaching a little bit. You know, we'll see a very short 5-on-3 here, but you know, I think maybe it is a little bit of the fatigue and just you know, reaching a little too far on.
Yeah, some of these are. All these really are certainly penalties. The high stick, can't argue with that. Cross check, slash, can't argue with these stick infractions for group on the other side that has a little more gas in the tank and is making the Bears chase. But nothing against the guys in stripes. It is just funny how that sometimes works out. The draw to the right of Hunter Shepard. Well, the Bears scored double-digit shorthanded goals in the regular season. Focus on killing it off. You still have 3 minutes and 44 seconds to try to pot a pair. But period that the Bears have been stuck in neutral and because of the penalties and the lack of success on the power play. 2-second 5-on-3 ends. McElrath is back. He'll hop right on the ice to defend with Hamid Akçel. Logan Day off for it, slashing. But it's picked up by Shore to center. Stick handling in. Knocked off kilter by Sutter. Played to the left wing by Hayden, who's deflected down to the ice by Hamid Akçel. And to the blue line, kept in by Carrick. Carrick with it, sends it to the right wing boards. Gets it back. Carrick to Shore once more. 5:10 left in the third. Firebirds from the right side. Big save by Shepard. On the chance from Wright, cleared by Hershey. Back to neutral ice. Shane Wright denied by Hunter Shepard, who's only had to face 2 shots here in the third. Despite all that, brought in by Shore. He snaps a shot high and wide of Shepard's glove side and up and out of play with 4:53 to go here in the game. Game number 1 as we look at the upcoming schedule, the Calder Cup Finals, and where you can find these games. We'll be on Monumental Sports Network and Fox 43.2 on Sunday. Next up, happy Father's Day for game number 2. And the series shifts back to Acrisure Arena next week for 3 games. Here, Hershey want to take advantage of home ice. Right now it's the Firebirds looking to spoil the party as the puck goes up and out of play with 1:06 left on the Logan Day penalty. Coachella Valley looking for a kill shot right now.
Yeah, and especially, I talked about that, but you haven't seen Ethan Frank on the ice a whole lot. You haven't seen Hendricks Lapierre on the ice a whole lot. When you're killing those penalties, your top guys, typically aren't killing, and so it's, having those guys held off the ice here in the third period for the most part, it's tough to get back in the game.
They're going to be fresh for the final 3 and change, that's for sure, as they've been stapled to the bench of the Bears in the penalty box for the 4th consecutive time. Puck up the left boards, knocked down by Hershey. And then Strigneyev looking to clear it. Massey will get it. He sends it down the ice. If anything, it's been good work for the penalty kill, which is looking to really cement itself back to what it was in the regular season as being darn near unbeatable here at Giant Center. Over 90% on home ice in the regular season. Hamid Akçel knocks it away along the left board. Sutter couldn't get it out, though. Kept in by McCormick. Feeds it to the point. Center point now, Riker Evans. Spinning move. Gets around to Morrison. Pulls up on the right wing. On the far boards, Logan Morrison to Cole Lind. Knocks it back to McCormick at the blue line. Late in the power play. Under 4 minutes left. Fleury with it. 4-2, Coachella Valley on the man advantage. Out to end as Day will rejoin the play. Hershey 4 for 4 on the PK. Top from Fleury, deflected out of play. Immediate timeout. Now a chance for the Bears to send things up down by 2 and try to pull a comeback out of their back pocket. Take a break and be back. 4-2, Coachella Valley in front. See where the Bears are made up. Tune to the 2024.
The NHL playoffs are electric, wild, the best time of the year.
The ones that know best are on NHL Now, every day 4 Eastern on NHL Network.
Hey, I'm Ray's procrastination. And his home used to be my home. But now, Ray has Thumbtack. And with their tools and tips, he gets home projects done.
Procrastination doesn't live here. You do. Take care of your home with Thumbtack.
This is a story about the one who keeps it all moving. He is measured, precise. He thinks ahead, stocks the right parts, and knows just where to find them. Because for the one, this facility is about more than business. The industrial-grade products you need delivered fast. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 thumbs up. And now, buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, 2 months free. All with the same fast, reliable, nationwide coverage as Big Wireless. Make the switch today. Call, go online, or visit a store near you. That's 2 times the savings and our best deal of the year.
Witness NHL history as the league's future stars take center stage at Sphere, the most extraordinary venue in Vegas. The Upper Deck NHL Draft. Buy your tickets now at NHL.com/draft tickets.
Well, the Giants Center will be home to 4 games this week. 2 already played. This is the 3rd. Sunday will cap off what has been a wild week for the Hershey Bears. And we've seen some crazy comebacks in this building. Hershey looking for one of their own. Their opponent, the Cleveland Monsters, that were the comeback kids last round. Hershey needs 2, and they're going to draw a penalty. Well, the officials sure have taken the whistles out of the pockets here in the 3rd period. And another penalty call. This time it's on the Firebirds. So a real interesting spot here. A holding penalty in the offensive zone on Jacob Melanson. Your power play has come up cold here in this game. You can pull Hunter Shepard down by 2 and really have a big advantage on the man advantage. Or you can try to get one here and wait and see. It's going to be interesting what Todd Nelson and company do.
Yeah, I think they'll wait for him here just for a little bit. They'll see what the draw happens here. If they sustain some ozone pressure, look for Hunter Shepard to come out of that crease. He's up at the hash marks right now, just kind of probably just waiting to see what Lapierre does with this draw.
Well, the door has just been pushed open in this game. It's a 2-goal difference, but a power play for Hershey after 4 penalty kills in a row. They've earned this opportunity. Need a face-off win from Hendricks Lapierre. They can't get it. And the Firebirds off the draw will clear to the line off the body of Snively. And Shepard at the bottom hash mark, looking to the bench with the Bears in their own zone. Down by 2, Lapierre leads to Snively. Vecchione ready to be the extra attacker. If they elect to yank Shepard, he will join the Bears on the bench. It'll be a 6-on-4 advantage. Empty net, Hershey down by 2 with 3 minutes left. Dubé missed it. Vecchione is there to keep it in. Hershey has it set up, needing a pair. On the man advantage. Snively missed it at the point. He'll have to take it back to center. That puck has not done what he wants it to do since he got a fortunate bounce right away. Hockey gods give it, the hockey gods take away. Puck jumped in to the right side. Breeder can't stop it. Lapierre back to the corner boards, trying to dig it loose. Hershey wants to get possession, set it up. Dubé will do just that. 2:35 left. The Bears need a pair. Lapierre kicks it loose. They send it to Dubé. Big save by Drieger. Send it back to Snively. The point. That's barrel in front. Frank to the goal. Deflects wide. Big block from Coachella Valley. Lapierre to Snively. Bears need 2. Snively slapper. Back down to the corner boards and broke the stick of Winterton. He's without a stick now. Lapierre has it. Can the Bears take advantage? Lapierre to Dubé. Blocked by Winterton. Sands the stick. Lapierre to Snively. Flies to Frank. No shooting lane. Now he snaps a wrister. Blocked again by the Firebirds. Playing to the goal line. Vecchione to Dubé. Fans on it. Snively to Lapierre. He scores! Lapierre with 1:56 left. The Bears aren't done yet. It's a 1-goal game. 4-3.
Zach, you see that happen. Obviously, just a box play. Winterton's without a stick, and they use them. And, that's the breakdown that the Bears needed. They're able to find Hendricks Lapierre through the seam there off of a bouncing puck. And, Snives makes a great play over to him, and he makes no doubt about it.
This building is on their feet. 4-3. Hershey gets a power play goal, 6-on-4. With 1:56 left, Shepard will return to the net. The Bears do not utilize their timeout here yet. Now they will take it. And not a surprise, they put a different line out. They're going to want to get the guys they need to try to pull off the tying goal back out there. Well, don't count out the Hershey Bears yet, Todd Sadowski. Hendricks Lapierre comes up with a big goal to make this interesting down to the wire. And they are right there with Coachella Valley.
I'm not sure we've seen this much late 3rd period drama the entire regular season that we've seen in the recent postseason. But Garrett, you mentioned the top scorers have been put on ice most of this period. It's nice to see him out there, and especially with a 2-man advantage. Lapierre with a beautiful shot. The building's back alive, and there's still plenty of time on the clock.
4 straight games in the Cleveland series went to overtime here at Giant Center. Why not a little bit more overtime? 1:56 left. Bears have called their timeout. They'll sort things out with who they want. Shepard will return to the net. A power play goal for Hendricks Lapierre at 18:04. His 5th goal in the Calder Cup playoffs. The AHL's leading point getter in the postseason. Has the Bears within 1. Lapierre, Dubé, Brisky, Snively, and Ethan Frank out on the ice. Draw to Hershey, their own blue line. Shepard looking at Todd Nelson for the signal. He will head to the bench momentarily. Brisky with the puck, galloping over center. Shepard starts off. Now he heads to the bench. Dumped in by Snively. And the Bears tie it. Lapierre to the blue line. Snively with it. To Chase Prisky. He's got it again. He and Snively pitch and catch. Coachella Valley aggressive up high. Frank missed it, but behind the net, Alex Lemos tries to send it in front. Broken up Coachella Valley off the glass. And down to center, but Hershey's there to cover it. Still 1:20. Left in regulation time. Game 1 turning into a nail biter. Prisky from center shoots it in. Around the bend of the boards, behind the net. Frank trying to get there with Schultz, who clears it up the right wing all the way down. Will it make it for icing? The answer is no. Prisky in front of his own net will take it. Pushes it behind the goal. 1 minute left here at Giant Center. The Bears have it at center. Looking to tie game number 1. Snively brings it in on the right wing to Eubank. To Lemos, shoves it around the boards, behind the net. Snively, the right wing, frantic finish here in Chocolatetown. Alex Lapierre blows it, drops it. Prisky off his skate, off the stick of Snively, and will turn back to neutral. Bears still have possession, but in their own zone now. Prisky across. Snively with it. Someone's lost a stick. It's Winterton. Winterton without a stick for Coachella Valley. He heads to the bench. The Bears have it along the left wing. 25 seconds left. Chase Prisky with it. Lapierre to the goal. It's loose under the pad of Drieger, and he's got it on Hendricks Lapierre's slap shot. He's able to seal the ice and keep this a 1-goal lead for his club. 21.9 left. Hendricks Lapierre tied and nearly had another.
Yeah, you know, that Todd talked about it, but you're going to see a lot of those guys here, you know, in the last little bit, and they'll get a new line out there now with fresh bodies, but, you know, great job by those guys, you know, being able to step up and you know, play some big minutes down the last 3.5 minutes of the game.
Off the faceoff, knocked away, Fleury up the boards. Hamanakdal missed it, it won't be icing. He tipped it. The Bears got to go the length of the ice with 14 seconds left. Day going back for it. Clock at 10. In the left circle of his own zone. Can they pull it off? Over the blue line, the pass too far, and icing on Hershey. And that about seals this one. They'll have a defensive zone faceoff with 4.6 to go.
Yeah, that's there's no way, you know, and Hardy's trying to plead his case to the linesman there. You know, that puck, I don't think it, you know, from our vantage point here, you know, it's got a lot of zip going down on that, and Hardy's trying to say, hey, listen, if I touch that puck, you know, it wouldn't end it up back there. So, you know, I think he's a little bit upset, you know, at the non-icing call.
Well, it turned into being a tight affair despite everything here at Giant Center. Hershey off the draw behind their own net. They don't have enough time. Coachella Valley takes game 1 of the Calder Cup Finals on the road in Chocolatetown by a 4-3 score. John Hayden coming off a hat trick with a 2-goal game to push the Firebirds to the 1-0 series lead as they take home ice away from the Bears. And for the second straight year, they take the first game of the finals.
You know what, Zach? There's a lot of positive things there for the Bears to build off of. I know right now it's probably a little bit frustrating. You know, they give up. You know, they give up a couple there, and you know.